alligators on the front, talking about some alligator.
Hear me out. This the quickest and the fastest I ever seen these people do something that they really want done. They done really put together a detention center to house criminal illegal immigrants.
All right, this segment of the video, we're gonna look at this Los Angeles, what is really like now. Let's check this out, man. This is my boy Peter. He always go around seeing how the world is around the world. You know, it's pretty interesting. If you want to watch this with me, you're a real one. If you don't, you can click off the video.
This is the true California. You're gonna love it.
It's looking pretty rough down here these days.
High-end groceries, one of the most expensive streets in the world.
We're coming up on where some of the riots were, and one sole man out here.
You gotta be rich to live out here.
One job will change your life.
Yeah, $300,000 job, you finish it in 1 week. I mean,
Yo, there's a lot going on in this one. You want to stay tuned. Just be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and let's get right into it, y'all.
The veil is completely thin. People keep saying it's thinning. No, the veil is thin. Have y'all been seeing what's been going on in the skies just this year? Just the weirdest things that no one has ever seen before happening in the skies on a nightly basis across the world. Not just in the US, but I mean literally everywhere. There has been weird things happening in the sky. Now, a lot of people are saying that it's the galactic war going on in the sky. It's the war in heaven going on in the sky. Whatever it is, we can all attest to everyone being able to see these weird things. Thus is how we know that the veil is thinning and the time is drawing near. Remember, the Bible says that there will be signs in the sun and the moon and in the stars. And then it follows up and it says, on the earth there will be distress of nations. What are we seeing literally in the skies, the moon and the stars and the heavens? We are seeing weird things like orbs and lights and different sounds. Y'all heard the sounds in the sky in different places. We are starting to see a lot of different biblical things happen in the sky. These are incredible signs and wonders. We are all perplexed. The fact that I see people seeing UFOs, like that up there is apparently a UFO, quote unquote. The orbs. I thought this was insane because these little things were moving upward. Y'all, the veil is thinning. You know who to turn to. His name is Jesus Christ.
I got bad news. If you experience Mandela effects, you're already dead. So here's my theory. When we're about to die, our look for our eyes, and it takes a second. I think the brain is creating a save point. Well, why would it need to do that? Because when we die, our brains are still active for 7 minutes. So what's happening during the 7 minutes? I think our brain is constructing a new reality that we live out the rest of our lives within that 7 minutes. It's 7 minutes real time, but to us, it feels like a lifetime. It's kind of like when you're in a dream. The dream can happen over days, weeks, months. That's our perception while we're in the dream, or even years. Depending on people who do ayahuasca and stuff like that, they could live an entire lifetime in 30 minutes or 10 minutes. So I think that's what happens. So your brain has to construct a reality going forward to allow you to finish living out your life. The problem is when it's doing the saving of your history, of your life flashing before your eyes, it only picks up key moments. That's why I think a lot of us don't remember a lot of our childhoods. We remember key things, but it's very fuzzy because your brain doesn't have the storage to save everything in that millisecond, in that 1 second. And so it says, okay, let me just save the gist, the core memories, and then it will construct the rest of your life going forward based off of those core memories. It's like a trajectory. So here's how Mandela effect is connected. When your brain is saving for that 1 second, it can't save everything, just the gist, just the core memories. Now, when you see a Mandela effect, well, I thought something was different. I thought that logo was different. That movie, the line was different. No, this event didn't happen then. That's because your brain is creating memories real time. However, you still have in your mind the reality of what actually happened. And so they are incongruent. You know it's not true. It's like, hold on, this is what it is, but that's not right. Because I remember it this way. because you have your actual memories and your brain is also creating memories at the same time. And that's what makes you think, hold on, something's not right, because it isn't right, because your brain couldn't remember all that detail. And so it's creating memories for you to access now during that 7 minutes of reality.
Lord, I come to you right now, asking that you help our brother. Help him, Lord. He wants to surrender. He wants to surrender and give up. He wants to give up his ways. He been drinking that bottle. Lord, he want to let that bottle go. Yes, Lord, he want to let it go. He want to let it go. He want to let it go. Everybody right now, if you're hearing the sound of my voice, you pray for our brother. Pray for our brother. Because he really wants to give. He want to give up. Don't you want to give up? Don't you want to give it up? Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Thank him. Thank him. Thank him for what he's done for you. Thank him.
This somebody mama. Thank him. Thank you. I know somebody in mama act like this, man.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Lord, I come to you right now.
Oh my God. She is funny for that.
Good evening. Y'all, there's some type of shift going on, like it's something not right in the air. The people have changed for self. They're angry. And some of our toxic relationships, the people that we were in these toxic relationships want us back. Once they see that we're peaceful, we're progressing online, they might be watching our social media page. They're not happy and they want somebody in their life to be toxic and miserable with them. That doesn't just include our exes. That can include our family members. If we have toxic parents, if we have toxic siblings, it doesn't matter who it is. We're only responsible for us and protect our peace at all costs. Don't let these toxic family members pull you back in to their drama and pull down your energy. We need to keep our energy high, keep vibrating high, and not vibrate low with these toxic people who all they want to do is gossip and talk about everyone else in the family, but not reflect back and look on themselves instead of gossiping about us. And as far as these toxic relationships, these men and women, a lot of them are lonely and they're miserable being toxic alone to the outside world. When they go to the store, they argue with the cashier. When they go anywhere, maintenance on the vehicle, they may argue with the maintenance people because they're toxic. And everybody's out here. Some of us are really trying to do the best that we can, and we don't need those toxic individuals going places, fussing at us, arguing at us, or if we get back in this relationship with them, now they're mad at us. They're projecting all that negative energy that they're harboring inside of their body because they're not moving with the shift. They stand in the same shift with the negativity and not being aware that, hey, there's something going on in this world. Why is people walking around with rage, hate, anger, sadness, depression, road rage? They're not looking and seeing something is going on. Maybe I need to reflect and go within and see if I need to change with dealing with this shift, if they feel it. Y'all, our peace, you can't pay enough for your peace. Peace is precious. Protect your peace at all costs. Don't let anyone sucker you back into the toxicity. That includes your mom, dad, family members, cousins, aunts, uncles, even the ones that know that we're moving out of town. Like some of us are working on our visa to leave, such as me. And don't you know, some people are questioning me leaving, talking about, well, what about your health? My health is going to be the same when I get over there as it is now. It's in the same situation. They're going to have doctors. They're going to have places for me to go if I need medical care. They always try to throw a negative in there to keep you trapped in America with them because they don't want to see you go because they have someone here with them stuck. Whether you with them or not, they'll just know you're here in America stuck with them because maybe they feel stuck. And please don't go back to these toxic relationships with your exes. They're miserable. They want to pull you back in toxicity with them. Protect your peace at all costs. It's very important with this shift.
You ever notice, like, when people are trying to get to know you or people are trying to be around you, and you may not be interested in getting to know these people, or you may just have a lot that is going on right now. You're trying to process your thoughts. Want to be in solitude. The reason why they get upset is because they can see the abundance in you, especially if you are a person like you're introverted or you're a person that spent a lot of time in solitude. when you spend a lot of time to yourself, you're not giving of yourself. That's the thing. When you're not giving of yourself, it's like you're literally a lighthouse. Okay, so people can see the fact that you are energetic. There's a lot of like energy that's going on within you. Like your spirit is like really, really high. People can sense that, especially people who like are energy vampires. When you're dealing with people who like just love to be around people to stop their energy because they use it as fuels for them to feel enthusiastic, like, and this is why they have that burst of energy. This is the reason why they're able to do certain things and to, you know, put on in front and do different things of that sort, is because they're taking aspects of you and they're basically embodying what you are to do. You get what I'm saying? So they're draining you. And when you are a person, again, when you are a person who stays to yourself, they get really frustrated with it because this is what they really feel. They feel like this is the reason why they're threatened by you and why they're angry with you. It's because they feel like you are denying them access to take your energy. Because that is what they want. Like they have a motive as to why they want to connect with you. They want to connect with you so they can steal the abundance out of you. That is what they want to do. So the reason why they're upset at you, wondering why people are being hostile, why can't I just be by myself? Why can't? Because you can't. You can't, because you know why? They want to take from you. They want you to make them feel good. They want to be better than you. Use your spiritual discernment, because again, like I stated before, there are a lot of people who are living below the level that God intended for them to live, okay? And some of you guys, you exude abundance, qualities about yourself. This is the reason why a lot of us was abused as children, because of the fact that our parents never wanted us to know these things. They never wanted us to have the confidence that we are supposed to have. They never wanted to encourage us because they knew that we would leave the household and that we would go out and do the things that we're supposed to do. Okay, because even if you aren't a believer, there's still a purpose for you in this world. There's still something out here for you to do in this world. It's like people's finances are picking up. You'll notice that like they're getting a new car, they're getting new things and different things of that sort. And you'll notice like sort of like a decrease in your energy level, meaning that you're not as enthusiastic. Some of you guys are literally bedridden right now. And I'm talking about young people. I'm not talking about old people. I'm talking about a lot of you guys can barely get out of the bed and actually do anything and be creative with certain things. It's because there's somebody that is stopping you dry. Okay, they're making you depressed. You'll feel like your energy, like you're always tired. You know, and you'll notice things about this person, like they're really busy. They're very energetic. This is something that you have to pay attention to. Like, look at these things. When you have certain friends and like when you're tired and you're exhausted, but your friend is like energized, there's a reason why that person has that much energy. It's because they're stopping energy from you. Okay, you have to look at these things like and really pay attention to the way that people are moving around you. You ever notice like when people are
Whoa. Damn. Where's this at? I bet it's no way. That's crazy.
If you're neurodivergent, please listen to this.
You all know that there's a threshold of intelligence where the brain starts bending and eventually breaking its own rules. In one research study from the early 2000s, the DoD studied individuals with hyper-advanced pattern recognition. People whose minds didn't just process information but unraveled it in a way. And what they found wasn't depression, anxiety, psychosis, none of that. It was something else entirely. Functional detachment. The brain wasn't malfunctioning, it was overfunctioning. So many inputs and too much clarity, which led to system failure. It was a kind of cognitive burnout so profound that they began to withdraw, not because they didn't care, but because they couldn't trust the script of reality. Another creator pointed out that this is called data poisoning. I'll tag her in the caption. When you can see every contradiction in a system, every manipulation in a sentence, every flaw coded into a structure, you stop participating. Your brain simply won't let you pretend anymore. Delusions collapse and the patterns begin to turn against themselves. And it's not that you feel superior, it's that you feel unanchored. Because when you begin to see everything, you start to belong nowhere. High IQ minds can simulate multiple realities at once, but society doesn't reward multiplicity, it rewards certainty. Binary thinking, follow the script, stay in line. People with this level of intelligence shut down. They vanish, others retreat into silence, some implode from the inside out. And what does the world call them? Insane. But they weren't. They're running on a level of consciousness the system wasn't built to hold. They outpaced the framework, and when the machine couldn't keep up, it discarded them. They didn't break. They just saw too much, way too clearly, for too long. And that says something pretty damning about the system we have.
If you're neurodivergent.
Hi, how you doing? Of course, you could talk. I'm fine. I know. because this is not what they're supposed to do. This is not this is not what they're supposed to do. They told me that they told me that they wanted to see if I had everything at my house. I told them, I said everything. You said that you didn't have no worries, right? There was no worries about me having exactly. So why are they here? Why is DCF here? I have everything at my house. You see, I have a 2-bedroom. I have a crib. I have everything. Exactly. So why is DCF here? Why y'all talking about y'all need to hold my child for 96 hours? That's weird. No. I had a daughter that passed away. No, I have a daughter that was abused in DCF custody. No, that's crazy. That is crazy. And I'm posting these pictures after. I'm posting these pictures that with DCF did to my child. I'm posting these pictures. No, I'm supposed to have my support team. I'm supposed to have my mom. Why y'all not letting my family upstairs? But what about that? I would like my family. I would be a little bit calmer. I need my family. I need my people.
Okay, why don't you listen to us? Why don't you let these chefs do what they have to do? And you could get the baby. Why are you going to make this a difficult?
Because I need my family. I need my family. I need my family. My family is not here to support me. This is a crazy ass time. What do y'all think y'all doing? There's not even one black person over here. Like, what's wrong with y'all? What's this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Like, what is this? Where's my family? 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 For real, where's my family? Where's my family? Where's my family? Where's my family? Get my family, and then we can talk. Get my family. Y'all not like, no, get my family. Get my family. What do y'all think this is? Get my family. What do y'all think this is? Y'all think I'm about to just, what? My contraction was 5 fucking minutes long. Y'all think I'm about to just give y'all my baby? Y'all got the game fucked up. No, I told y'all that wasn't gonna happen. I told y'all I wasn't just about to give up my baby like that. What the fuck? Bro, no. Not at all. No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Where's my family? Where's my family? Where's my family? I keep asking that. Where's my family? Bring my family. Excuse me? All right, I'm gonna be calmed down, but where's my family? Where's my family? Get my family. Get my family. Get my family. And y'all keep sharing this. Y'all share this. Y'all share this. Y'all share this. I have rights. Where's my rights? What about my rights? What about my rights? Y'all can't just come up here. First of all, you said there was nothing that you was worried about and everything. Y'all can't just hold me like that. What y'all think this is? Y'all cannot do that. There was nothing wrong. You told me that you said you had no reason to feel like my daughter was unsafe. Didn't you say that? Yeah.
People like she do not care. I don't like that.
That's right. The camera's on you. Go ahead, say it. Say everything you've been saying to me. Go ahead.
Hey, we're all advocating for you.
Okay.
I think you've been appropriate.
Yep.
We want you to calm down right now.
Yeah. Well, listen. This is not how you tell somebody how you want somebody to calm down. Yeah. Hi, how you doing? Of course.
I'm cheering for you, but you're in competition with me. And that's why confident people can't be too close to people who lack confidence. And this is something I had to discover later in life. I've always thought I can befriend anybody. I have enough confidence for the both of us. You lacking it, I can give some to you. Here you go. Here you go. But then I had to realize, oh, you're acting a little weird. What's this underlying weirdness? Oh, it's competitiveness. It makes no sense. I still can't wrap my mind around it. I don't get it necessarily, but them insecurities will ruin friendships, relationships, and everything else every single time. Stay away. I'm cheering for you.
That is true. Insecure people can definitely not be good friends. I'm not gonna lie.
If you're black and you want to talk shit, all you do is you look at somebody, you say exactly what they look like, and then at the end of that, you go, looking ass.
Looking ass.
It's so easy.
Nah, that is true though.
Simple as pie. Young sees candy lady looking ass. Oh, Moby looking ass. Does his own taxes looking ass. It's so easy.
It's so easy.
It's happened to me too, bro. I had a black dude. We walked right past me. He goes, "You fucking orchestra conductor looking at me." You got the joke. I didn't even get the joke.
Look in there.
Bro, I didn't get that joke till about 8 hours later.
8 hours later.
Dog, 8 hours later, I'm brushing my teeth. I'm in the mirror about to go to bed. I said, he's good. This guy's good. I look
Look in there. It's crazy. It's true.
But that is true though. Who would be saying that? Said they study us. Yeah, they do. It's okay though. No, I feel like this video was fake, honestly.
Hello? Hello? I have your DoorDash order. Can you put it on the stool, please? I'm not really supposed to come into houses. It's just inside the door. It doesn't really matter how far it is. I'm not supposed to. Please? It would make it easier for me. It's just kind of, can't you just come to the door? It's just kind of a safety hazard for me to come in the house. No, I can't come to the door. Can you put it on the stool? It's easy, it's just inside. I'll just leave it here. I'm not allowed to come inside, and I will not come inside. Come on, you fucking bitch, it's not hard. Yeah, no.
This has gotta be fake.
Ladies, never let your man get his hair cut, because he done stopped by 2 different stores.
I did.
Larry, where you went with your fine self?
Nowhere.
No, you don't do that. Go nowhere else. You get your hair cut, you come to her. You even still got your ring on?
Yeah.
Larry, I'm surprised you still even got your ring on. I'm not playing with you no more. You can't come home. I mean, you can't go nowhere.
All right, bro. I ain't gonna do it no more.
No, Larry, you come home. That's what I meant. You don't get your hair cut and be this sexy and then go stop at a store. Talking about some Leah wanted some marshmallow. I don't give up.
He's pretty. This is Larry. She not playing. His name Larry. I will never understand how people have these old names as babies. I don't. They just had a baby. That's Larry. Little Larry. It's funny.
Read the book.
Okay. Mom didn't start singing.
Yep.
Hello.
Yep.
Read.
Okay. My commentator.
Read the book.
Okay. Mama didn't start singing.
Why is she doing him like this, man? Why is she doing this? And the way he's saying okay, she ain't right for that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. She not right for that. Dang. What was that?
Little things I don't like about the signs. And if you're a crybaby, just keep scrolling, okay?
Some of y'all do be crybabies. You gotta stop taking so to the heart. This is I'm towards the one time I stooped down, I went to jail. Nah, that is true though. Like once the tours is there, oh man, say goodbye. Cause it's all of our emotions is coming out. It's over. You didn't pop the balloon. Now we gotta go crazy.
Because I'm about to eat y'all up. Okay, I'm not going to be too stereotypical about the Libras being indecisive, non-confrontational, because there's a lot of Libras that are confrontational as fuck. There's a lot of Libras that are violent as fuck. My thing is Libras pick and choose. Like the people they really should be going off on and the people they really should be snapping on, they never snap on those ones. But then it's always like misdirected anger with Libra. With Libra, it just be their misdirected anger that pisses me off. One thing I can't stand about Cancers is how they act like they're just so soft and like they can do no wrong and bad things happen to them because they're such a good person. I can't stand a Cancer that has to keep reminding people how good of a person they are. You're not a good person if you keep having to remind people. I don't like Virgos because as much as they like to act like they don't care about people's opinions, everything they do goes off their image. And if you care that much about your image, you care about what people think about you. You do. Virgos like to be in charge of how people perceive them to the point where it's fake as fuck. What I don't like about Geminis is that they overthink to the point where they're able to manipulate themselves into thinking differently about somebody in their life without that person really having done anything. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they can make up a whole storyline in their head about you and go off of that. You got to be careful with Geminis because you don't know what type of mood they're going to be in every moment of the day. And they're really good at manipulating themselves and manipulating others and changing narratives and doing all this shit behind the scenes. They really are strategic people. I don't like Taurus sometimes because they're too calm. Like, sometimes Taurus is too, like, stuck on being the bigger person or looking mature. Or just like, I get it though, because it really is a classier approach. Like, you're above the bullshit, Taurus. But at a certain point, it's just like, I'd be like, girl, it don't cost nothing to stoop down to their level for 1 second to show them what's up. Like, I know Taurus is not pussy, but it's just like, Taurus, you look pussy when you just allow certain things because you want to be the bigger person. As a Capricorn, I don't like how we like to say...
It's just, I feel like we just don't want to go there because we know how we get, you know. That other side is just scary, you know. You don't know how, you don't know what to expect, man. That's why I just be like, you know, I don't want that to come out, you know.
Set impossible standards for people, and then when they don't meet it, we tell ourselves, see, that's why we by ourselves. See, that's why we don't fuck with people. When in reality, all we want to do is be around people, but it's the right people. And then Capricorns like to take that frustration out on the world, the frustration of them pushing everybody away, and then they're frustrated that everyone's away. Little things I don't like about the signs, and
It's just, as a Taurus, we take it too far. We know people not worth how far we can. Right. That's why I just, you know, I just leave that. But sometimes, some people do get the best of you. And sometimes you just gotta let them have it.
Just in case you don't know what's going on, a girl on TikTok came on here and said that one of her neighbors received a government contract asking them to install a bunch of alligator Alcatraz. They're installing incinerators at Alligator Alcatraz is on indigenous land. It's like protected land. 2, there are migrants. There's people being washed ashore with shackles on. People are finding people on beaches wearing shackles. This is the level that we're at. There's another girl on TikTok who is tracking flights, government flights, or like leaving detention centers, and they are just going out into the ocean and then turning around. Just going out and turning around. The flights are not making it to their destinations. 2 + 2 does not equal 4. You understand what's going on right now. There's another guy on TikTok who said that he got pulled over by the cops. He's an American citizen. He just happened to have a Spanish last name. And they went and they looked through his information. They were like, we can't find you in any system. He's like, well, huh? He had like several IDs because he lived in a couple of different states. He was like, well, I have this ID. I have my motorcycle ID. I have this. And then the cops were like, oh, you can thank your friends at ISIS. So they're taking people, American citizens. He was white, by the way. He just had a Spanish last name. They're taking people who have American nationals who have Spanish last names, removing them from databases so that when they get pulled over by cops and people like that, they go, oh, you're not in the system. You're an illegal immigrant. You're an illegal alien. So they can detain them. Do you understand what's going on right now? Just in case you don't know what's
What is going on? I seen this too earlier, talking about the alligator place, whatever. I gotta look into this real quick.
Okay with this? Y'all are okay with this? This is gonna make America great again? A concentration camp? Y'all realize that this looks just like this. This is Auschwitz. Yeah, that's what you're rooting for right now. This is what you mean by make America great again. Do y'all know that they built this in 8 days? 8 days while y'all veterans you guys just rep your veterans so bad. We stand with our vets, 4th of July. Let's celebrate their sacrifice. But you don't care about the fact that Trump, he couldn't possibly make something like this to house some homeless veterans. No, of course not. The people that fought for your freedom. No. He's got to build this whole thing in 8 days to be able to torture people. Do you guys know that they took alligators? They're finding the largest alligators, the most poisonous snake, and putting it in this moat around this detention center. So that in the words of Trump, nature can be the security. And they're just gonna have to learn how to run from alligators. Ha ha ha. It's so funny how some of y'all are sitting here saying you're okay with this, buying the merch that they're making with alligators on the front, talking about some alligator Alcatraz. Y'all don't even realize you're repping the same thing, the same system, the same idea that was feeding little black babies to alligators, that were ripping the babies from their mother's arms and throwing them into the pond.
Hear me out. This the quickest and the fastest I ever seen these people do something that they really want done.
I promise you right now, I'm gonna say this again. If you think that this is okay, you think that this is biblical even, you're demonic, you're possessed. Nobody on God's green earth, I'm itching, y'all, I'm itching. No one can make me feel like this is okay. These are people. These are people. I can't even understand how so many of y'all are claiming to follow Jesus, and you're doing this. You think that I know they paying these people what, over $3,000 a month? That's over $100,000 to be security guards in alligator Alcatraz. But we can't get minimum wage to be moved, right? They working on taking away government assistance like SNAP, EBT, Medicaid, but they're willing to pay the security guards for this concentration camp upwards of $100,000 a year. Do you guys see the joke? You're telling me that there can't be somewhere to detain people that are pedos, if you know what I mean? Pedos. We can't get this for school pewers. We can't get this for P. Diddy. Like, are you joking me? But you can snatch away mothers and fathers and children and shove them in a concentration camp in the middle of the Everglades? Crazy thing is, I see so many people saying, well, this ain't my fight. This ain't my fight. It is your fight. Because you better believe, baby, it ain't gonna stop here. It's not gonna stop here. America's getting to a point where biblical prophecy is unfolding. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all don't see all there is to be seen because you only see what's right in front of you. That's all I'm gonna say. All you people talking about some repent, Jesus is coming. You repent. If you believe in this, you repent. Because I promise you, if you think this is okay, know what you're gonna hear? Depart from me because I never knew you. That's what you're gonna hear when Jesus comes back. Okay? Like, y'all, I'm so
Cooking with Alex. Cooking with Alex. Cooking with Alex. Y'all better keep your mans away. Look what I got. Y'all see this right here?
Y'all see that? That's premium. You see that glistening? Y'all ain't never seen that.
Alright guys, let's try it together. I'm taking mans to this one. Keep them away. Keep them away.
You definitely gonna keep us away, cause I will be coming over there. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? We can just order some food and then I go about my business. You ain't gotta cook. It's okay.
It's gonna get hit. Oh my god! Kaylee!
Why did she get so scared?
Mom. Oh my god, my heartbeat. I don't know fucking.
It's gonna get hit.
Go with some liquor. She crazy. She is crazy.
I'm just walking past, and I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't never seen the car this so damn dirty, man.
Folks dirty.
Dude ass bogus, man. He in violation, man. I gotta leave him a note. Leave him a note on this shit. He bogus. He too much. I'm just walking past, and
He said, dude, bogus. Nah, that is bogus. What's happened?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't never seen.
What is this? That is crazy. Like, that's all you do is smoke? Is them cigarettes, yo? Is them cigarettes, ain't it? Okay, you got the Doritos, the fountain drinks, Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper. They're like some Popeyes right there. And a Honda. I know this car don't work.
Y'all know, I know y'all know somebody that drive like this. Matter of fact, that's not even close enough. These bitches be out here driving like this.
Some of y'all drive like that.
What the hell? Bitch. I couldn't imagine driving like this. And then I got the cousin, she drive like this, y'all. I swear. Y'all know, I know y'all know somebody that drive like this.
The first person to ever throw up was probably like, what the fuck is wrong with me? They really probably killed that motherfucker. They probably thought they ass was possessed or some shit.
I wanted to try this experiment, man, with Walmart wheat bread just to see if it's true. Bro, this ain't no fucking bread, dog. I don't fuck with Walmart anyway, but I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, man. If you can, please try to go somewhere else and get your food. It's all of it's messed up at the end of the day, but at least try.
What this is? This a motherfucking sponge or something, nigga. Like, this is crazy. I wanted to try this experiment.
And it's just not Walmart bread. So you're right. It's not just Walmart bread. It's a lot of places.
I'm not a little boo-booer, but I don't know, bitch. A little boo-boo on the Tessie screen kind of eats. I'm not gonna lie. That kind of eats, and it's a little green apple. Mwah, that's so cute. I'm not a little boo-booer.
Bro. This shit is right fucking there. It's right there. He's going. He's going.
It's an elephant?
He's fucking going. The worst shit happens, he's going. What the fuck, bro?
That's tough.
This nigga DDG's.
Look, bro. Yeah, y'all gonna do that 4th of July shit?
Don't do no Roman candles, nigga!
Here's the consequence that happens when you use fucking Roman candles. Every time I gotta pose, like, I gotta do this shit. Like, if you see this shit, bro, this the sign to not do Roman candles on God. Take your ass in the house, twin.
Somebody said 1738.
Don't even think about it.
Yo, and the eye is so sensitive, man. If you ever got poked in the eye, you know that hurts, man. Dang, that's tough. Man, did y'all see what happened to that rapper or the dude? His whole hand got blown off, man. That is so sad. That's why you gotta really be careful, man, when you doing that stuff. That's why, man, when it comes to fireworks, hey, I don't play about that. For real.
Get y'all asses in here and sit down. So, little boy goes to the grocery store with his dad, and they're at the seafood section. All right, nothing to see here, right? Wrong. The little boy points at this funny looking meat here, and he says, "Dad, that's mermaid meat." Dad says, "No, you don't say. How do you know?" The baby said, "Read the picture." And I know y'all see the name of the supposed fish, cobia, right? So I did some digging, all right? Pay attention to this meat, all right? And I'm going to show you what cobia meat looks like. Don't look shit like what I just showed you, does it? No, it don't. Out of the mouths of babes. Y'all better learn how to listen to these kids, okay? Just listen to the kids, that's all I'm saying. Listen to the kids. And why no? Is it $23 damn a pound?
Crazy.
The fish must scale, gut, and clean its damn self and fry itself too. Charlie, ass up out of here now. Kid.
Put the mortar
That's
down.
sad.
It's not worth it. I promise you, okay? They're fun. They're great. They're a great time. It's always fun to be the cool guy that can light off the fireworks. Don't do it. Give it to your buddy. If you bought them, offer them to your buddy. Don't be the one to lose 4 fingers or your whole hand because you want to put on a good show for other people. You know, if you've been drinking and you think maybe this isn't a fantastically great idea, put it down. Let somebody else do it. Make sure you're safe, okay? Now, losing 4 fingers, losing a hand, it's not that bad. It could always be worse. The community's great, very inviting. I welcome you in. But for the future people that will be seeing this, that have now lost their fingers in a few days, I plead to you, just put down the Roman candle, put down the mortar, or let your buddy do it. You got a good thing going for you. Don't lose your digits.
Dang, man, that's sad. Gotta really be careful, man. For real. It's no
Little
joke.
things I don't like about the science part too, and I don't care if you cry. Sagittarius, y'all not gonna like me for this, and Sagittarius is one of my favorite signs, by the way. But Sagittarius, y'all are opportunists. You fuck with people for what they can do for you, and mind you, Sagittarius are giving, but they're also takers too. They're very opportunists. Sagittarius be having good vibes and energy, but they're very opportunist. I'm not even gonna really elaborate on that. Aquarius people kind of remind me of robots. Like, even when they're expressing emotions, it just doesn't seem genuine. All Aquarius people are robotic as fuck to me. Scorpios are big babies. Scorpios are probably bigger baby than a Cancer or Aries, period. Like, the way Aries throw temper tantrums, Scorpios do the same exact thing. And an angry Scorpio just looks like an angry 2-year-old throwing a tantrum to me. I'm sorry. I don't like Pisces because they're fuck-ups. Like, they're professional fuck-ups. Just when they're about to get it right in their life, they do another dumb thing. It's like, Pisces, you know better. Why do you keep making stupid decisions? I'm going to keep it short and sweet with Leo. I don't like Leos because they demand too much attention. Leo's got to feel like they the only one in the room and everybody's attention got to be on them as soon as they walk in. No, baby, I'm here, and I'm a Capricorn. I don't like Aries because they can say the most rude, disgusting things to other people, especially like people close to them, and they're not able to take what they dish out. I don't care what any Aries say. Let you say some shit they said to you back to them. They're going to curse your ass the fuck out.
Nah, that is true. That is so true. It's okay for you to say something, but I can't say nothing. Come on now.
They used to feed black babies to alligators. It's not a figure of speech. It's not hyperbole. It's not a metaphor. None of that. They used to feed black babies to alligators. And now there's a new facility being built in the Everglades of Florida. They're calling that Alligator Alcatraz. Newspapers like the Oakland Tribune in 1923 and the Washington Times in 1908 reported that black children were used as bait for alligator hunting. One account described hunters paying a black mother $2 to use their child for this very purpose. Another report from 1908 described how zookeepers from New York Zoological Gardens use black babies to lure out alligators from their pits. By the early 1900s, the use of this trope was widespread. It was just a part of popular culture. Postcards, figurines, cartoons, they all commonly depicted black children as being threatened by alligators, being completely aloof, often using the exaggerated racial features that we see expressed in the pickaninny stereotype. And this was the kind of content that white people consumed for entertainment. This was like a novelty, humorous to them. This wasn't limited to just trinkets and small items. This was used also as a racial slur. Bob Gibson, a Hall of Fame pitcher, recalls this phrase being shouted at him during games in the Jim Crow South. Even the University of Florida used to chant, "You ain't a gator, you gator bait." This is how harmful phrases with racist origins get repurposed for general use. Now today in the Florida Everglades, they're building a detention center and they're calling it Alligator Alcatraz. This is an ICE detention center, basically a concentration camp that is surrounded by alligators. And black immigrants are being deported. And I'm sure amongst those are people who are not here illegally. And for those black people who have somehow along the way lost compassion for others, just realize you are on the road to being just like your oppressors. There were people online talking about black people can't be deported. There's been historical events in the past where they've proposed ideas to move black people out of America. And there's been talks about not just deporting citizens, deporting detractors. I mean, this is in line with what we spoke about with just general dictatorship. Ultimately, we have to understand our history, man. We have to. In 8 days, they built a facility with 5,000 plus beds surrounded by a moat filled with alligators and snakes. This is some villain shit. Then you got this crazy lady here who looks like Jigsaw from the Saw series talking about there's 65 million meals if we get started today. There's currently 65 million Latinos in the United States. This is just how deranged these people are. You got a literal concentration camp that you guys flew down for the grand opening of. Is that not insane to y'all? All right. The other thing is that they're selling merch. They're selling merch. They used to feed black baby
They
salad.
selling merch with it? Wow. That's messed up. I ain't gonna lie. That's really messed up.
That's why I need to get a car, because I'm confused why he was worried about my head being down. Then when I put my head back up, he's talking about me with my head up. Like, I'm confused. Now he want to record me for who knows what. Like, are you cool? I didn't do or say nothing to him. This is why I need.
Check this out. So we got to the
In 2025, people act like that.
other side of the end of the road where it falls off here. It's like a sheer ass fucking drop.
She's too. Whoever's behind the camera is way too close to the edge. I'm sorry. I wouldn't be playing around like that, man. Back up.
Sheer drop. Oh, check this out. So we got to the.
Dang, where are they at?
Y'all, this storm in Texas, much more bigger than I thought, y'all. This storm literally washed away an all-girls Christian school campground. Now, y'all know this thing came in like a thief in the night, so not all of them were saved. All in all, there were 750 girls. 13 of them were found unalive. 23 of them are still missing. One of the girls was actually found in a tree 13 miles down from where the school was, y'all. The school is completely submerged in water. Look at this.
Because there's a little town in Kerrville, Texas, about 60 miles from San Antonio. Most people know where San Antonio is if you don't live in Texas. The river has risen over 40 feet in 3 hours. It is washing away everything. But pray for this right here, please. There was a girls' camp, a Christian girl camp. All of them were up there camping. There's a nice river everybody rides on around there. It's a beautiful place. Beautiful. But there was a bunch of Christian girls up there. 20 of them I don't think they found yet. I think there's 13 of them that they have found and identified. And they did.
So here's the campground over here while it was being overtaken by the water. That was a campground's pool. But yeah, y'all. One of the girls was found in the trees. At least 23 or more are missing, and a lot of them were found unalive. Yeah, this is some crazy times that we are in, man. This is literally another North Carolina event. But yes, y'all, the shift is here. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get it. Peace in. Wow.
Dang. This was in Texas? Dang. Wow.
If I said I know a spot, do you trust me?
If I said I know a spot, do you trust me?
Where is she at? Brooklyn? Yeah, that's not Brooklyn. It's, I don't know.
Bro, Whack 100 just said they're gonna have to cut his hand down to the nub, bro.
Damn.
That's insane. I seen a video, even Adam made a video on this yesterday, bro. Cause the reason why this whole situation is crazy, cause if y'all don't know who 4 Extra is, he known for willingly ready to fight Space Monster. I don't care if it's Space Monster. Like, he big on the phase, bro. And it's like, I feel like he should have got a fight in before this. Like, I know the situation was just crazy happening, but now we look back like he hasn't even had any fights this entire time. He's been out. So it's like we don't even know if he cap or not now. Unless you was booked with him or something like that. But we don't know if he really got the squabbles now because his hand gone. Now, I'm not saying that's going to take away from his ability to squabble. Like, if you get a mechanical hand or something. But, like, when your hand down to a nub, bro, that's crazy work, bro. But whoever gave him them fireworks, it's starting to look like some type of, like, setup, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. They said, oh, yeah, them explosives were known for the fuse going on fast. Like, he couldn't even get it out of his hand. As soon as he lit the thing, it just blew up. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. That sounds like a setup. I don't know about y'all. Like, who placed them fireworks in his hand? Are they at fault? No, they not. But are they? You never know. Bro, Whack 100 just said they're...
That's tough, man. You never know.
Most vehicles get you from point A to point B. This Joker's taking the scenic route through the entire alphabet. It looks like he's trying to merge into all the lanes at the same time. Even the GPS is getting dizzy. This guy here, whole nother level. Most vehicles...
I don't know why he...
Come on. I know my rights, ma'am. I'm not making any threats. My name is Kiana Lachelle Hills. That's my government name. My alias is Alex Monroe. I'm waiting for the police because they're unprofessional. I'm about to get my belongings and walk out. The only thing they can give me is a trespassing. I will not get disorderly conduct or anything else. I have the right. I'm a gangster. What's wrong with y'all? You're just mad because you're unprofessional and you work in the hood and you treat people unprofessionally. I have 2 degrees. I'm winning. I have no kids, you struggling bitches. I'm winning. I'm 28 and I'm studying for medical school. I'm winning. My undergrad have a BS in psychology and human services. I also went to mortuary school. I failed the fuck off. And guess what? I'm still winning. Got rich niggas to take care of a bitch and I ain't got to fuck for it. So, I hope y'all have a great, prosperous day, you ghetto ass bitch.
Why does it look like she's instigating and she's not saying nothing? She keep looking at her. I know y'all see her right here, bro. She look like she instigated without saying anything. Yo, that is funny. What?
Well, all that shit in your face, put on some makeup, you ghetto. Come on. I know my rights, man.
Dang, she got on her.
Say it ain't so. Alligator Alcatraz already flooded, y'all. God must work in mysterious ways,
flooded.
Ain't it? Now, they said this joint is going to be able to survive a hurricane, but it couldn't even survive a rainstorm on Tuesday. Now, let's just say the joint got real flooded, and I'm talking about alligators walking up in that joint. What they going to do then? Like, are the guards going to abandon them? Like, what? Can you imagine being locked in a gate while the joint flooding, and you see an alligator walking, or you see a anaconda or a python just slithering its way in between the fucking gates? What would you do? I mean, what do you expect? They put this joint together in 8 days. No mercy, no infrastructure, and probably no fucking drainage at this point. Look at it, y'all, the water just seeping in. But I promise you, they probably don't give a fuck. They don't care how these people gonna be living. This joint only 1 storm away from becoming a floating detention center. The fuck? Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below.
Alligator Alcatraz has flooded. This is a sign. It has flooded and it is no longer available for service as of now. It is being reported that it is uninhabitable. Water has compromised the structure and it's as good as done for now. At least for the next couple of weeks, these beds are going to remain empty. And that is a major blow a few days from 4th of July. You know what this means? This means that the man up above does not agree with what is going on here. He does not agree with this. Mind you, this was the last administration under Biden, not the current one. Now, don't get confused. Those beds don't even look comfortable. You know, this happened before in the 1940s in a certain country that's not here, but Germany. And people think that he wasn't going to step in and shut down this Alligator Alcatraz.
If you had any doubts that Alligator Alcatraz was the real name of this place, then doubt no further, because they have actually installed a real sign that points in the direction of Alligator Alcatraz. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but I am being swarmed by mosquitoes right now. It is absolutely crazy. I'd be more worried about the mosquitoes, honestly, than the alligators. Oh my God. And this bug spray really is not doing its job. I'm telling you, these are like a different breed of mosquitoes. But anyway, we're gonna see how long I can last here. Here is the entrance to Alligator Alcatraz. You can see Florida Highway Patrol. Oh my God, these mosquitoes are crazy. I set up my tripod so I can talk to you guys, but I don't think I can even stand here. This is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this in one take because it is absolutely crazy. So, Alligator Alcatraz, you guys have probably heard of it by now. Obviously, this is like a really, really big topic. National media, especially here local, there's probably another member of the media pulling up right now. President Trump was here earlier this week. He got a tour of the site with the Department of Homeland Security. The Governor Ron DeSantis was here as well as some members of the media. If I keep touching my face, it's because I'm literally being eaten alive right now. It is so crazy. And like I mentioned, I do have bug spray, but it is proving to not be effective. So let's talk about Alligator Alcatraz. Obviously, I cannot fly my drone here. This is one Big Cypress National Preserve, protected space, but it is also technically an active airport. Oh no. I think I have a mosquito bite on my bottom lip. Oh my God. Bruh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay,
Yo, pay attention to this video.
The facility will have up to 5,000 beds to house, process, and deport criminal illegal aliens. This is an efficient and low-cost way to help carry out the largest mass deportation campaign in American history.
Now listen, hear me out. This the quickest and the fastest I ever seen these people do something that they really want done. They done really put together a detention center to house criminal illegal immigrants. Now listen, the name of it is Alligator Alcatraz. This is located in Florida, in the Everglades. Now listen, in the Everglades, they have python, mosquitoes, alligators. Pythons, mosquitoes, and alligators. So I was watching the people interviewing the governor down there, and it was like, are y'all going to put up fences? He said, oh, ain't no need to put up no fences because it's nowhere to run. I could understand. And from looking from the video, it's really nowhere to run. Like, where these people gonna run to? It's a bunch of alligators, pythons, and insects. Yo, when I tell y'all this is crazy, this is beyond crazy. The detention center opens as of tomorrow, I think. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments, because
Man, they really serious about this, man. That is wild. Where's this at? Why does it look like this? What's going on?
So Mexico has had a few interesting days. It has been flooding like crazy in Mexico. They experienced some crazy toxic foam that literally sent people to the hospital. Yeah, so this crazy foam that was literally sending people to the hospital, and now people are looking up in the sky and they're seeing this crazy rainbow bridge that looks like it's from Super Mario. I think this has to do with San Francisco because they were throwing some type of pride parade. I think they're trying to send us a message because these things look like the crazy color clouds that we've been seeing as of late, y'all. You remember them things look like UFO spaceships, those light color ships, what real UFOs are, UAPs are supposed to look like. Apparently this was one of the ways for, you know, the pride people to let the aliens know that we come in peace, and you know what I'm saying? Allegedly, this is what I've heard, because they tell us during the end of the world, during Revelation, the apocalypse, things like this will happen. You know, girls will be with girls, guys will be with guys. So this is their way of telling the higher beings that they have come in peace. I don't know, this is what I heard. Let me know if this is wrong, y'all. Let me know. But yes, y'all, the shift is here. Y'all see it, they know it. Let's continue to get it.
I'm recording. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm getting this on video. Wait, what? I had over 60.
Shit, yeah, this life is something I would die for. October's on, but it's looking like July 4.
Fireworks is no joke, y'all. Do not fuck around and play with them. This man lost his hand, y'all. Extra lost his hand. I know somewhere 607 Unc probably like karma. He probably sitting in the corner like, I told him. Ain't it crazy how certain things can just change in a blink of a second? This man was real live on Instagram before he was popping these jumps. He was just like, yeah, I got that shit. Blase, blase, blase. Niggas don't want to blase, blase, blase. And then later on, I swear probably like an hour or two later, I just see pictures surfacing of this man with his hand blown off on his thumb left. This the man that said he wanted to fight Aaron the plumber too. This man said he wanted to catch a lot of fades. Now he one hand shorty, one hand pirate. I'm not gonna lie, I would be Captain Hook at this point. But damn, y'all. Prayers up for him, bruh. That's crazy. That's why every time Kai and them, the whole AMP be playing with them fireworks, I be just like, I hope nobody get a fireworks accident, y'all, because that shit is no joke. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. This
No joke, man. Maybe it can happen just like that.
What happened to 4 Extra is a bit ironic, because just yesterday I'm scrolling and I saw a video of a guy popped up. He only had a thumb. He was missing all 4 of his other fingers. And he was saying, tomorrow's 4th of July, which is today. Please don't light any fireworks in your hands. And everybody was in the comments kind of trolling, saying he's putting the thumbs up. And they don't know if they should be listening to him or going ahead and putting fireworks in their hand. Only for me now to see 4 Extra losing his fingers to the same thing that guy was talking about. Now, what even makes it more ironic is 4 Extra makes his income or his entire social media presence around throwing fades or having fades with other people. But now he's lost his hand. It's kind of a bit humbling when I think about it, because what is he going to do now? He has one hand possibly. This is alleged because I saw a picture, could be Photoshop, but it really looks like him. And there was a video of him talking about he's about to take these and throw them in people's houses. You know, the regular 4 Extra type of material that he creates. And going back to what I was saying, this is how life...
Bro, why do the internet play like this? Somebody said, it looks like 4 Extra need 4 Extra. That's not funny, man. It's not funny. Like, he thought that joke was funny.
humbles you. I'm not trying to make fun of him, but I'm saying you have to be careful about the things you do and the things you say, because now his entire persona is going to have to change. You can't throw fades with one hand now, and most likely he's possibly only going to have one finger or half of a finger left. So if you haven't seen that, check that video out. 4 Extra. Apparently his hand is gone. What?
Dang. That's crazy how that makes sense too. Looks like 4 Extra needs 4 Extra. Dang, that's tough.
My guy, you alright? Like, what the fuck you? My guy, you alright?
That bird jacked up. What'd they get a bird, man? Damn. Mm.
Unpopular opinion. 4th of July is really fucking demonic because why do y'all think it's funny to sit here and blow up big shit all damn day and scare the fuck out of your neighbors? Because I just be chilling and then next thing you know, boom. Duh. Like the hell, I can't just relax and decompress in my own home? Unpopular opinion. 4th of July is
What happened? The ground just caved in. Well, if you really are serious about making money online or growing a YouTube channel, join my membership. It's only $20. I even have a slide that shows you everything on how to edit, what you need to do to get more views. What else we got in here? We got the niche that you need to do. We got this. We got this right here. How to record, how to set everything up. How to get the editing softwares for free, because these softwares do cost money. How to get monetized fast on YouTube. How to use the editing software and the photo editor. I'll show you all that. I gotta put the video in there. I didn't upload it yet, but it should be in there once you join the membership. But yeah, we got this one. This right here is good information you definitely want to know. But hey, man, if you want to join, it's only $20. I made it cheaper, so if you want to join that, you can. It's up to you though, man. But if you don't have a PC or you don't have like a decent setup, don't even bother. Don't even bother. So if you are serious, click the link in the description and let's get started.
After watching this, I'm convinced Elon Musk is an alien. Watch this.
Is alien. He's possibly a leader. We've known this for a few years. And the Teslas are part of the alien domination deal. I don't know why we made the deal to let them build the Teslas here. They're building the Teslas here. They're building the alien spacecraft's power sources in front of us, parking them in the back of empty Sears parking lots across the USA, Chicago, St. Louis,
it kind of
even on the
makes
West
sense.
Coast. And Trump kind of knows it, but he needs the money. He lost money. Everybody does. Elon's got money coming out of earlobes. But that makes it legit. Elon Musk and Jacques Cousteau studying alien underwater life forms because that's where the spaceships are.
That's where the aliens are, y'all. In the ocean.
How do I know these things? They're so big. Yikes. Bigger than Shaq. It's not funny, dude. Don't tell your wife about these things, dude. Yeah, she asked me questions. What were you guys talking about John Pork yesterday?
Stay weird, y'all.
We were talking about pork.
This woman worked on Plum Island. Where they create mutated animals. Watch
I don't know
this.
how long this is going to stay up. I might delete it later, but I used to work at Plum Island, Lab 257. Yep, that Lab 257. They told us it was animal research, just livestock stuff. Studying diseases to protect the food supply. That's how they always frame it, make it sound like we're doing something good. But the things I saw in that lab, the experiments, it wasn't about animals. It wasn't ever just about animals. First red flag, most of the people I work with either didn't ask questions or knew not to. Those who did ask too much, let's just say they didn't stay around for too long. Contracts pulled, cleared out like they never existed. We get shipments in the middle of the night, no labels, no records. I'm talking live animals, sometimes already mutated. Sometimes they weren't even species that we have names for. And I know that sounds crazy, but I've seen things that look like they weren't even from this planet. Creatures like something out of a movie. We weren't just testing viruses, we were engineering them. Modifying bacteria, adding genetic sequences that shouldn't even be compatible with human DNA. At one point, I was assigned to a project that involved ticks. Yep. Those ticks. We were told it was a control study to understand how disease spreads. But what we really were doing was testing how to make the virus spread easier, more contagious, more invisible. A few months later, the first Lyme disease cases popped up across the water in Connecticut just out of nowhere. Coincidence? Sure. Then there were the containment breaches. We weren't allowed to say the word leak. If something got out, we call it a displacement. You see a mutated deer foaming at the mouth on the shoreline, that's a displacement. You see some wild creature, unalive, looking like it got stitched together from 4 different animals, displacement. They always had an explanation, always just enough to keep you paranoid but not empowered. That's how they quiet. I shouldn't be saying any of this. I've already seen 2 people disappear after talking too much.
I hope this woman stays safe because this is an insane story. As always, let me know what you think in the
that's creepy. And honestly, about the aliens being in the water, it makes sense. For real. That would be the perfect place for them to hide at, the water.
This is Tommy Truthful from truthmafia.com. My boy Black Aliens posted this on Instagram. Now he just put music to it. And they show us the truth in these movies, which is a form of revelation of the method known as lesser magic predictive programming. And did you see that ball that they put into her? That stores the consciousness. And what's in that is the black goo, the nanotechnology. So they can transfer consciousness from one of these bots to another. See, they want us to merge with machines. They're not trying to replace us with the machines. They're trying to turn us into the machines.
Because we are under attack with so many different things right now. Our transhumanism research team, by the way, we're just now getting the electron microscope up and running. And we are finally confirming the nanotech inside people's blood and tissues. And we're seeing, we have an electron microscope, which there's only like 30 of these in the world. And we're the only independent research team that has one. All the other ones are in universities. And this specific electron microscope that we have also has what's called it's an SEM, scanning electron microscope, but it also has the ability to scan and identify and tell you what the compounds that you're looking under the microscope are made of. And we were shocked over the last couple of days. This is the first time I'm giving this information out. We were shocked the last couple of days to see that one of the biggest components of the nanotechnology that we've been looking at, that's coming up under the electron microscope and it's scanning it, is strontium. Now, what have they been spraying in the air in the chemtrails for years that we've known about? Strontium, bariums. And we're also seeing cesium and cesium-137, which coincides with the Department of Energy's documentation that I received a couple weeks ago from Todd Callender, clarifying that the Department of Energy is the main culprit of creating over 470,000 bioweapons, everything from Lyme disease to herpes to every single kind of disease we've suffered from, and selling it on the black market. They actually had this buried on their website. And guess what they used to create these 470,000 bioweapons? They use brewer's yeast, which I've been talking about since last year at the Healing for the Ages conference, asking what is the root cause? What is producing all of these bioweapons inside the body?
And they're not just putting this nanotechnology in humans, they're also putting it in animals, not just your dogs and cats, but wild animals. How are they doing that? Well, through the chemtrails. Look at the 3D graphene oxide nanoparticles for cloud seeding that was patented in the US in 2022. They also have nano snow. So they're spraying this stuff over our heads. It's getting into the water supply. Animals in the wild and your dog, your cats, they're drinking it.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they're using this to control certain animals to do certain things. Like, you don't know how the birds get on the line, power lines. Y'all know how they get on the power lines. What if they're using that to control animals to do stuff like that?
And it's getting into their body. And then when it gets into their body, that's when it begins to start replicating and building. See, that's why people have the more gallons and the doctors told them at first they were crazy, but they're allergic to this, so their body pushes it out like a splinter. Self-assembly is a process by which molecules and cells organize themselves into functional structures. All biological organisms, including us human beings, contain structures that self-assembly. DNA is one example. Genetic code and sequence guides the process of self-assembly, which occurs under specific conditions. Nanoscientists think self-assembly could make the manufacturing of nanomaterials fast and cheap. They also think it will allow the creation of smaller structures than is possible in traditional technology. Self-assembly in nanotechnology relies on chemical and physical forces to guide molecules into arranging themselves into a predictable ordered structure. The final structure is determined by the properties of the molecules that are used, as well as the controlled environment in which they grow. In this case, your body. Self-assembly is a bottom-up manufacturing technique, meaning that it begins with small pieces, the nanoparticle, which is a little computer, and builds them up into larger structures. Right? And nanotechnology research into self-assembly of crystals has already resulted in practical applications. IBM has produced a nano crystal memory device made of arrays of 20 nanometer silicone nanocrystals patterned using self-assembly. And here's the silicone nanocrystals in the memory devices. So this is already in technology. It's already being used, and it's in our body. They're turning us into antennas, and eventually we're going to end up like this.
Engineered your species to extinction. You let machines think for you, speak for you, dream for you. You outsourced memory, instinct, and desire until not a single thought was your own. Then you buried your flesh in metal. You opened your skulls to seal circuits inside and rewrote your genome to purge the animal within. You replaced your bones with alloys and traded tissue for code. But with every upgrade, something was lost. The tremble of breath, the rhythm of blood, the ache of being. Yet you kept carving away, too busy chasing perfection to notice what had been erased. Soon no cells remained to rot, and no spirit was left to stray. This time you did not perish in fire or war. You became ghosts inside your own machines, with nothing left to bury, and no bloodline to recall. Only the residue of a species overwritten by its own design.
Crazy that they even got AI making videos like this, showing you the possibilities.
What the fuck? Nu dör vi allihopa! Vad i helvete? What the fuck? Nu dör vi allihopa!
This man walked into his garage and found a 5-foot bat hanging upside down, looking like a whole grown man. When I tell you, I would have left not only the garage, the house, This was in Indonesia in 2020. You would have never worried about seeing me in Indonesia ever again. Look at this. Imagine just walking into your garage and seeing this thing over 5 feet tall, just hanging upside down, taking a comfortable nap. It has the face of a fox, but it looks almost human-like because of its size. And when the wings spread, they can be bigger than 5.5 feet tall. You would have never had to worry about seeing me in that country ever again. So these are called golden crown flying foxes or flying fox bats. And even though they give off Dracula energy, they're actually known to only be gentle fruit eaters. They say when they fly, they emit like a huge shadow in the sky, and even though they're not necessarily dangerous, a lot of cultures consider them spiritual messengers, and if one lands nearby a house, it might mean there's a shift that's going on, and it's not necessarily a positive one, but a lot of people have considered them like
I'm not gonna lie, if I seen that, it gotta die. I'm sorry. You in my garage? I'm gonna go get a knife and hey, you gotta die, man. You get out of here.
And bat hybrid based on their size and the way that their face looks so human-like. They even got blamed a couple of years ago for the 2020 pandemic, but there's been no actual correlation to that, and they are an endangered species, and they actually troop in groups, so they actually are known to all be hanging upside down together, which is an absolutely terrifying sight to see. I can only imagine and never want to see personally. But yeah, I didn't know that this existed until recently, and I never want to go anywhere that they are. I just wish them well. Let me know if you've ever heard about them. Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't, save this video, go look into it, come back, let me know what you think. Make sure you like, follow, stay for some more tea. I appreciate y'all's support, and share this so that we can keep this discussion going. Bye.
Man, y'all let me know, what would you do in that situation? What would y'all do?
Stop following that ass. It ain't my fault. You got all that ass. I didn't tell you had that ass. God told you had that ass. That ain't stop looking at clothes.
Do y'all see this? He just keep on following me like I don't went to almost 3 stores. Like for real though.
That's all it's gonna do. Ain't nothing gonna happen.
Bro, chill. She said chill.
All right, my man, bro. All right, can I at least get 800? Can I at least get 800?
He followed her for 3 blocks. Never
3
said a word,
blocks.
just smiled. But the second she turned the camera on, he ran at her. She bolted, no time to think. She dove into a bush and held her breath while he stood inches away, breathing heavy.
What the f is that? Someone?
Then vanished into the dark. She still has the footage, but his face blurred, like he was never real.
Stop following that ass. It ain't my fault.
It's towards. It's trying to. No, I don't gangbang, bro.
You don't gangbang?
No, I don't gangbang, bro.
No, I thought you was that one nigga from Salo that I seen on
I don't
Instagram.
gangbang.
You got orange on
I don't gangbang. Nah,
I seen you on LA Hood page.
wrong nigga.
You're not from Snoopers?
I don't gangbang.
You're not from Snoopers?
I don't gangbang.
You sure?
I don't gangbang.
You're not from Snoopers? You're not from Snoopers? No, you're not from Snoopers? You're not from Snoopers? I swear to God.
We don't all niggas fuck Snoopers. Hold on.
Hey, man.
Who slapped you?
Did you just get slapped?
I did.
You just got slapped?
Wow.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
so
good.
sorry.
Yeah, this is LA. I'm gonna make it out though. I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. What the fuck?
No, it's all good.
It's towards.
That's lame. That's so lame. How you gonna hit somebody then run away? You little kid. You are a little kid. How you gonna slap somebody and run away though? Like, for real?
Okay, call me crazy, right? But you know, like how fruit and vegetables, they grow from seeds, right? I think it's crazy. Like back in the day, we used to think like, man, there's some seeds in this shit. No, I want the loud. Give me the loud. Auntie don't want the loud no more. And when I look at my stuff now, I'm like, where are the seeds? Just like if you eat a watermelon, it's not good to eat watermelon with no seeds in it. I think it's like I don't know if it's called like mutation. I don't want to sound stupid, but it's like that ain't the real organic watermelon if it don't grow from seeds. So when I see my shit, I'm like, this ain't got no seeds in it. And I don't want something so strong. It's called like, you know what Cat Williams stand up and he said, you know how you have something that's called like the name is like, I don't know. Auntie don't want that no more. Like I got older and it's like it's getting stronger, ridiculously stronger. And I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want it to be that strong. Nah, give me the Reggie. Where are the seeds? Where are the seeds?
Why is it illegal to communicate with wild dolphins? So why is magic considered witchcraft? And why is our ancient magic specifically considered witchcraft? Occult, damn near illegal. Hell, the Salem witch trials was all about that. They was killing motherfuckers. motherfuckers. Why is practicing magic, voodoo, hoodoo, or any forms of magic occult? Why? What do they know that you don't know? Why can't you go up into certain mountains in California? Why can't you go through certain forest preserves in California? That's what you should think about. Why?
I mean, y'all been to, dang. Y'all ever been to a mountain? Anybody ever been to a mountain?
What do they know that you don't know? Why is it illegal?
Not gonna lie, being to a mountain, the energy of it, it just feels so ancient. For real, it just feel like it's been there for a while.
Y'all, it's 9 o'clock at night in Atlanta. Tell me why the sky look like this. What going on? What in the Stranger Things is Demogorgon coming down? Like, what's going on? What are y'all here on what, aliens? What? Y'all, it's 9 o'clock at night.
It's changing, right?
Reggie!
So now what you trying to be racist? Yeah.
Sam.
Bitch, I said what the fuck I said. I said what the fuck I said, bitch. Do something.
Please.
Bitch, do something. Punk ass
I'm gonna do
motherfucker.
something. Could you please leave the store?
I
We
can't.
can refuse service.
It don't matter. I already ordered my shit. And I need to
I
pay
don't care.
for
I'll throw it away.
Lady, take a burrito. I almost called you.
She said, I'll throw it away. She said, lady.
I already warmed up my stuff. I need to pay for it. But he ain't gonna talk crazy to me.
I asked him to stop, and I'm
Okay,
asking
and
you
I
to
ain't
stop.
said nothing to him. But I just told you I need to pay for my items. And since your ass is 100, I'm gonna respect you. Him, he can catch
100? Did she say she 100 years old? Yo, nah. He called her 100 years old. Nah, that's crazy.
You think I'm 100?
You are.
I'm not 100.
Put your hands on me.
I won't touch you.
Touch me, I'm
Because
gonna
you know
go
what?
ahead. So now.
They said that 100 set off real bad. Oh, man. Nah, that was funny.
Him, he can catch his face.
You think I'm 100?
You are.
I'm not 100.
Put your hands on me.
I won't touch you.
Dang.
Will it turn in? Wait, look, it's turning. Oh my gosh.
This is a Chick-fil-A
Oh my god.
robot.
Where's it going? What do you do?
To retrieve your order, hold your phone with SMS order on the inside doors. The doors open and close.
It's so cute. Is that it?
So this is how people gonna be getting their food in the future?
Is it bicycle wheels? Look at it backing up. Listen to my dad. This is hilarious. It's so careful. It's going.
That's crazy. It literally has consciousness. That's wild.
And I know that y'all heard back in the springtime and like before the spring that they've been cutting down the female trees and shit. Why do y'all think that this is? Because a lot of these trees have the potential to bring these back. And I'm trying to tell y'all, man, that these type of trees was celestial type of trees, bro. They were not the regular type of trees. There's literally different type of formations all across the planet. Flat Earth. Like, look at this shit, y'all. It's literally the same exact thing. Now, look, if you picture yourself like right here, but at a very minuscule level, like an ant size, this tree stump will look exactly like this. No bullshit. And remember, I was showing y'all the scene from Avatar, how they cooked the big ass tree. Yo, truth literally be in plain sight, yo. Like, peep this picture from 1899, bro. Yo, I'm trying to tell y'all. The things that you thought that you knew, go back and re-question all that shit. Real rap. Where?
Have you guys seen what's happening in Texas? So there's been reports that it's raining blue. Yes, I said it. Blue rain falling from the sky. And no one knows what's causing it. Some people are thinking that it's a random phenomenon, but there has been some reports of some very strange things happening with the blue rain. Some people said that they got some very itchy skin from it. And there's also a guy who said that he likes to drink rainwater. He said he drunk it and he actually got sick from it and started hallucinating. And these are some of the videos of it. Look at this. Look at how blue it is. And then there's a video of a man camping. Look at what he had to say about it. Watch this.
Camping in this beautiful state park in Texas, and it's been raining, and the water that's coming out of the sky is blue.
And this has never been seen before, so I don't know what's happening, and times are getting very weird, but I'd like to know what do you guys think is causing this? Have you guys seen what's happening in Texas?
I remember this too. Like, what is that? What is really going on?
You may think you're serious about security, but my guy here, them pedals might as well be in witness protection. And don't even think about getting in the glove box. It requires a retina scan, 2-factor authentication, and a signed NDA. And the owner's manual has been redacted. This guy takes security to a whole nother level. You may think you're
Aymara Indians, for centuries, the Indians have said this was made by gods to be a 2-dimensional doorway. Shaman taught him a sound frequency. His wife is 100 feet away. She is watching the entire scene. Jerry gets down on his knees, leans forward with his forehead. He puts it in the rock. She sees him disappear, literally. He goes to a white place, and then this male voice comes and starts talking to him.
He said that I was on another world, that it was outside of my universe. And he says, well, there are many universes, and you have just passed from yours into ours.
The Aymara in
See if the front door is any kind of open.
Oh, no. Just pound on that.
There you go. There it is. There's the old front door.
Snap back.
See if the front door is.
There's no weapon to do this.
Here's a pain reliever I made myself from a very interesting and mysterious plant that you can find out in the woods. that time of year again. Ghost pipe season is in. It's a perennial wildflower that
Why is the sound of thunder so like relaxing?
doesn't photosynthesize like other plants do. So because of the lack of chlorophyll, it has this ghostly white appearance. They also resemble pipes, which is how they get their name. It's also known as Indian pipe or AirPods of the woods, a name that some of my viewers came up with. It has a long history of use as a pain reliever and also to ease anxiety. It's a parasitic plant that gets its nutrients from the underground mycelial networks of fungi, which get some of their nutrients from the roots of trees. And they're loving this stormy, wet weather we've been having. I only pick 1 or 2 per cluster so I don't over-harvest them. Some sources say it's potentially toxic in large amounts, so I only use it in moderation. It's crispy, very bitter, definitely has a good kick to it, and has a little bit of a numbing effect. Right after I pick it, I'll drop it into a high-proof vodka to preserve it by making a tincture. Ideally, the whole jar should be filled, but this was all I had at the moment, and I'll store this in a cool, dark place for at least 6 weeks before I use it, and I only take a few drops at a time. Here's a pain reliever.
Looks like a bunch of grapes from outer space, but it's a tomato. These glowing green
That's a
fingers
tomato?
hang in clusters and shimmer like moonlight. And they taste better than they look. The Phil's 2 tomato, for growers who like the wild and wonderful. This one's got your name on it. Look.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If you fried those, them joints look like that it for real. Fried tomatoes.
Look at this. Don't know what it was, but it was patented December 13th, 1904.
That is where the mill wheel was mounted.
Wow.
Excuse me, not the wheel itself, but the braces for it.
Look at this. We've got a fieldstone tomb right there. Actually, it looks like a very small wall around a single burial. In other words, it didn't have a top on it like a lot of the fieldstone false crypts we see do. We've got a fieldstone.
Hey, people that sleep with the air conditioning fan on, I got a question. What planet are y'all from?
I ain't gonna lie. Sleeping with the air conditioner on and the fan? You got a different type of hot.
Now, I can only speak for myself. I get hot way too easy. So I got to have the fan on, the air on, everything on. Everything got to be cold in order for me to get some good sleep.
Hey, people that sleep with the air.
When duct tape, diesel, and a few beers collide, this is the kind of backwoods brilliance that you get.
I'll be waking out my sleep like, hey, turn that off. Don't turn it off.
Solutions to problems that nobody has in a way that nobody asked for. In my opinion, these guys deserve a Nobel Prize. Or at least a 6-pack and a helmet. Because...
Alexa! So have you all seen this current trend going around on TikTok? Where if you say, hey Google, around a baby or a toddler, they seem to freak out. They're absolutely horrified. Now what are we missing here? It isn't just that they're afraid of the voice. It seems to be something deeper. Maybe a frequency change of some sort or something along those lines. Watch this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Hey Google. Hey Google, what's the weather like tomorrow?
Hey Google.
Are you ready to go memes? Hey Google.
Hi Madison.
Ducking.
Hey Google, what's the temperature outside?
Okay Google, turn on the lamp. It's okay. Belinda, I hear you.
Hey Google.
Grayson. What's going on? Hey Google. Every time.
Why don't you want me to say Google?
Because he frightens me to death because he's so loud.
Well, it's not scary though, it's just a voice.
He's talking through him.
It's just a computer.
Just a computer talking.
No, it's just that's somebody's soul, and they know. That's what's creeping them out.
They won't turn on. I don't think it's plugged in. Go on then. They're not turned on. They won't work then. Why?
Alexa, what's my notifications?
Very odd indeed.
Okay. She's all gone. Baby. Alexa.
What do you guys think?
It's crazy, man. Maybe they just know that it's a soul in there. It's creeping them out.
I was just trying to make breakfast.
Before I lost all that weight,
Okay.
this is what I used to wear. But I lost all that weight and
Ain't no damn way, man. Ain't no damn way you lost a whole person off your back.
I was just trying.
At one point in time, I was making videos asking for money so I could buy food. All that was doing was keeping me in a constant state of poverty, in a place of needing. I didn't know any better. I was under a money spell. Have you ever been under a spell? We're taught that spells aren't real, but that's not true. Spell in Old English means to tell a tale or to tell a story. Well, if you're going to use it in that context, that would make spell a story or a narrative that has played in your subconscious mind your whole life. A story told to you by friends, family, teachers, society. Hey, maybe you're like me and it's a story you're telling yourself. I'm telling you, when I found out that money's a neutral energy, game changer. I had to break free of these spells so I could carry out my mission. I am in a mentorship program through Elohim Ali for spiritual conscious leaders. This program is changing my life. It is grounding me and aligning me to my soul's mission. Did I mention that we have a free community full of like-minded people who all share the same goal? And our mission here is to create FAMS, which stands for Food, Forest, Foraging, Hunting, Anti-Fragile Modern Day Society. We are building food forest and self-sufficient communities all around the world. And if you're still here, that means you're interested. For information on our mentorship program, our free spell breaking courses, or our free community, all you have to do is comment spell and a link will be sent your way. Much love. I hope I see everyone there.
I was cooking and I burned the bacon.
First of all, clean that motherfucking microwave. Second of all, we all can see the goddamn dog in the back.
Yep. We definitely saw the dog in the back, so I don't know what. Like, look at the dog right there. The dog looks scared. Like she's just pitting us in the microwave.
383 bodies in a so-called funeral home, y'all. Somebody tell me how nearly 400 bodies was discovered in one building and nobody noticed for years. They wasn't cremating them, y'all. They was letting the bodies sit, developing a smell. Do you know how strong that smell had to been? And nobody knew? Yeah, alright. This was at a crematorium right near the U.S. and Mexico border, y'all. And get this, y'all, they said some of the bodies that's there was only there for a month. Y'all, and the crazy part is family members were getting handed ashes in an urn thinking it was their family members, and it wasn't the whole time. They was thinking their family members was getting cremated, and the whole time they were doing some weird shit probably. The Mexican authorities said some of these bodies date back from like 3 to 4 years ago. So they said as of right now, they arrested the owner and some of the employees that work there. I don't know, but it feel like something dark going on behind this shit. They said this was in a cartel heavy zone in an area called Juarez, right across from El Paso, Texas, y'all. They said in that area, a lot of trafficking or disappearances take place. So if they found all these bodies in this one place, how many other places are doing the same thing? And how many family members were being lied to, saying they were giving their family ashes when the whole time their bodies was still in the same place? I need y'all thoughts on this as always. This shit crazy, fool. They just found...
Record it all you fucking want! God damn, I hate you!
Definitely the most energetic spot I've been so far. See, this isn't just a sculpture, guys. It's not just public art. This is a signal relay vault disguised under a phoenix, meant to while actually looping energy through a trap grid. Right now, I'm standing in the center of a multi-directional electromagnetic system. These light rails form a perfect coil around the structure, pulsing electricity into the ground and upward into the air. What they're doing is making this entire intersection a living battery. The metal phoenix, it's acting like a conductor, charging the atmosphere with every train that passes. The power boxes, the red grid, even the concrete below me has tech embedded in it. And your body becomes part of it the second you step into the circle. But here's the twist. They didn't expect someone like me to walk in with full awareness. I'm not just standing here, I'm claiming it, guys. You see, this place was built to see if your frequency can survive distortion, pressure, and neural scrambles. And I did more than survive it, I overrode it. Now every signal that passes through here is bent to me. It doesn't drain me, it amplifies me. This, friends, is how you flip the system. Not by fear, by resonance.
Oh shit. Alright. Man. YouTube, this is for educational purposes only. Nobody got hurt in this video. Wow.
Yo, real shit, some of these parkour people be playing with their life like they got a 30-day subscription.
Right.
Like they just don't give no fucks.
Right.
They give them unlimited tries. Like they just gonna respawn somewhere in the city. What is wrong with you, bro? We gotta study their brain. I'm not gonna lie. We have to. We gotta figure out how we could extract whatever serum, whatever kind of chemical compounds y'all got mixed in there. Shit, y'all like to fuck around and find out. Y'all like danger. Y'all be playing in fire. Y'all be like, oh shit, that's a burning building. Someone get the alcohol. Somebody get the fuel. Somebody get the gasoline. These niggas are crazy, bro. Y'all different kind of species.
Yo, they be thinking they Spider-Man. This is beautiful. This is beautiful, man. You almost don't overlook a real place. Oh, it's always that one bird sitting on the power wall.
That ain't no motherfucking wind that's knocking down them poles in Las Vegas.
Y'all can keep all that bullshit. I don't give a fuck what they saying. Shit is man-made. It ain't nowhere in the fuck the wind knocked down every motherfucking pole on the street. When in history have you ever saw the wind do that type of damage? Then on top of the poles that's being knocked down, y'all telling me that all the trees, that ain't no motherfucker.
First of all, don't mind my hat, but
Okay. 710.
what is that? Somebody tell me what is 710? What? Yo, this is fire. First of all, don't.
Arizona, where everyone and their mama is outside right now, recording the storm. It's monsoon season! Woo!
What do that mean?
Arizona.
What do monsoon? I don't know what that means.
Something is wrong with the beach.
Bro, y'all don't think this weird in Virginia Beach? Y'all don't think I'm about to be swept too? Bro, I've never been this close to the boardwalk. Bro, that is not even far. Where is the rest of Virginia Beach? And the kids is playing in the black part of the sand. Oh no. This nah. This ain't it. This ain't it. Look,
What's going on?
Y'all can see the boardwalk. No way. This don't be gone. Something ain't right here. Something ain't right. That's a hill.
Something is.
Yeah. What's going on? So the water is getting. Dang, it's getting that hot.
You may think you're serious.
I love you. You may as well take my heart, Catherine. It's already full of you.
Go and get you some money or something. Niggas waiting on me, I ain't running.
Hey, yo, Dummy. Dummy, fuck is you playing, Dummy? Hey, turn. What's up? I said turn that shit off, stupid. Huh? What are
Well, it looks like this will be the season finale of America. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you all, but we are cooked. Well, it looks like this.
She know. I don't know, man. We might have to go to Thailand, y'all. Might have to go to China, Japan, Puerto Rico. We're gonna have to get out of here, man.
Philadelphia is about to be buried in garbage. And the reason for that is Philadelphia Mayor Sherelle Parker is basically saying that Philadelphia sanitation workers are raised. They don't deserve to get more money. The money that they're getting is enough for them. But have you seen Philadelphia? Okay, look at this shit. Mind you, they stopped moving trash Tuesday. Today is Thursday. Look at this shit right here. Would you look at this shit right here? And it's gonna get worse. Mind you, she had a chance to make good with these sanitation workers. They were in the middle of negotiating, and they let her know exactly when they were gonna go on strike if she didn't give them those pay raises. And what did she do? She basically stuck her middle finger up and said, guess what? If you guys go on strike, she said she'll have Philadelphia residents throw out their own trash. Throw the trash where? Now look at Philadelphia, about to be buried in garbage. Mind you, with all that garbage out, where's the rats? The rats are coming. It's gonna be rats on top of rats on top of rats. And then they choose public parks for people to dump trash. Are you serious? If you have people dumping garbage in public parks, where are the kids gonna play? It's summertime. And to top it off, it's summertime. Hot garbage, neighborhoods are going to be smelling like ass. Sad part about this whole situation is it's a constant reminder that not a lot of people respect the hard-working person. These people deserve more money. They do the shit that you don't want to do. They do it. And then who does it fall on? It falls on a community. Look at the communities now. Go to that search bar and look at all that damn garbage in Philly.
It's not real. It gotta be AI.
Alright, I keep trying to make it home, but I just keep coming across stuff. This model right here, it's not just a relaying traffic data. It's a frequency relay node. My scans showed it pushes that tone hits your body, sacral and solar chakras. Translation, it influences your motivational and gut instinct. It pulses behavioral nudges, slight passive, but over time, it builds patterns of apathy, hesitation, self-doubt, a resonance feedback loop. And when I stood here, it flagged me. I broke its pattern. All right, this one right here. This one looks harmless, but it acts like a field drape. Dueling emotional expression, it flattens the energy around you. That lump in your throat feeling, that's your throat chakra being compressed by design. Your joy, your voice, your expression power gets muffled, not silenced, just slightly dampened. And over time, it adds up. But right here, they always gotta have these right near these, you know? All right, so this mural, it wasn't a coincidence either. The butterfly is a field harmonizer. Its symmetry, colors, and geometry mirror back higher states of consciousness. My energy bounced off that wall, amplified, anchored, redirected. The mural is acting like a soul memory lock. So when I walked through this area, I didn't just decode the signal, I changed it. So if you're wondering what all this means, it's simple. The grid is active, the boxes speak, and some of us were meant to wake it up. Don't be afraid to stand in your signal.
Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Have y'all heard about the Mountain Dew myth with the flavors? Now sit down right now because I'm about to tell you about these flavors and how they correlate with shit that's been going on. Number one. Now, we ain't talking about all flavors, just certain flavors that they be pushing. So let me take you back to Code Red. Okay? Now, let's talk about 9/11. What is 9/11? It's a Code Red, right? Now, that flavor came out in May. And what happened next? A couple of months later. You hear me? Okay, let's talk about Maui Burst. Y'all remember that flavor? When did it come out? Right before what? The Maui fires. Y'all remember that? Okay, let's talk about Pitch Black. It came out. And what happened right after that? Y'all remember? The biggest IT crash. Put it together, y'all. Now remember that was the biggest IT crash with CrowdStrike. Write it down. Let's not forget Infinite Swirl. I ain't even taste that one yet. But what happened right after that? All those tornadoes and hurricanes, y'all, like never before. Tell me that ain't no coincidence. All right, do y'all remember the Star Spangled Splash? Y'all remember the red, white, and blue? Okay, so what happened last year? The Francis Scott Key Bridge. And I know everybody remember that.
Wait a minute. I didn't even know Mountain Dew had that many flavors.
Who wrote the Star Spangled Banner? Y'all, I can't make this up, y'all. Do the research. So you be the judge and let me know. Are these coincidences? Have y'all heard of any of this?
No, I haven't, actually.
You know the Mountain Dew conspiracy? Certain flavors correlate with certain major events. So there's a flavor called Code Red that came out in 2001. 3 months later, what happens? 9/11, that's a Code Red. Maui Burst comes out just a few months before what? The Maui fires. So last year, I told everybody look out for Pitch Black, which was a flavor that they dropped at the beginning of last year. What happened? We had the biggest IT blackout in human history with CrowdStrike. And then at the end of the year, we had Infinite Swirl. What happened? We had all these hurricanes, all these crazy tornadoes, and I can go down the list. There's way more.
The largest blackout in history just took place over in Spain and in Europe.
And guess what flavor just came out right before those blackouts? Baja Midnight. That just came out.
When Maverick first made this presentation, even Mountain Dew themselves had to come and comment on the poll.
So that video did like 6 million. So they commented and say, keep your voice down.
No way.
Yeah.
For sure.
Damn. You know the Mountain Dew conspiracy? Certain
Crazy.
Okay, I might have gone too deep on this one, but the Mountain Dew conspiracy is, you'll see. So apparently, every big marketing campaign they do for an upcoming new flavor coincides with a major world event, and it's never a good one. And the one they're dropping in 2025 might be a little concerning, because the names of their major flavors always seem to have a hidden message behind them. Take Mountain Dew Maui Burst, for example, which was released and preceded the wildfires we had in Maui back in 2023. Maui Burst. Which, by the way, those fires were also hella sketch to begin with, and a lot of rumors of foul play involved. Let me know if I should cover those some other time. Also, Mountain Dew, DEW, like direct energy weapons. You know, those lasers that shoot down from above and set things on fire. Okay, that part's a stretch, but these other flavors there's something else. Like Star Spangled Splash, which came out in 2024, the same year that bridge collapsed in Baltimore. You remember that? Where that container ship randomly crashed into a bridge and it just completely fell apart. Another kind of sketchy catastrophe. Well, the name of the bridge was the Francis Scott Key Bridge, named after the author of the American national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, Star Spangled Splash. In 2001, Mountain Dew released their classic Code Red flavor, you know, like big emergency, all hands on deck type of disaster, and also happens to be the official hospital code for an active fire. Well, 3 months after this release, the most devastating event of US history occurred on the 11th day of the 9th month of the year, September. I don't think the algorithm likes that word. Of course, there were also many fires involved, ones that melted steel girders in perfect 45-degree angles, yet somehow left passports completely intact. The list goes on. I've got more flavors that'll blow your mind, and the one they're releasing this year might give us a glimpse of what's coming next. But why Mountain Dew of all drinks, the unofficial sports beverage of gamers and virgins? Well, the history of this drink is honestly just as shocking as what they used to put into Coca-Cola, if you know what I mean. Just have a look at the name, Mountain Dew. What's the first thing that comes to mind? Probably something like a scenic mountain landscape spotted with refreshing drops of morning dew, right? That's exactly what their marketing team today would want you to picture, because they wouldn't want you to know the real story. The drink was originally invented by two brothers, Barney and Ali Hartman, in 1940 as a tangy citrus soda in the same category as tonic water. And they created it because they wanted a better mixer for their whiskey. And it sure did the job. According to them, when they mixed their new drink with whiskey, the resulting flavor tasted like moonshine, which is bootleg alcohol typically distilled illegally, popularized during the Prohibition era when booze was banned for 13 years. In fact, it tasted so much like it, they decided to name their new drink Mountain Dew, which was a popular slang term for moonshine in the 40s. Yup, Mountain Dew was originally made for mixing with whiskey and is named after illegally distributed alcohol. Like, imagine 30 years from now they release a grape-flavored soda called Lean or Scissor. Despite its sketchy origins, Pepsi-Cola saw promise in the drink and bought the Mountain Dew brand in 1964, which largely expanded distribution across the United States and Canada. Pepsi still owns the drink today, and they've been involved in some pretty sketchy business themselves over the years, like the infamous Pepsi coup of Chile in 1970, where the chairman of Pepsi at the time worked with the head of the CIA to overthrow Chile's new socialist president. Yes, this actually happened. Apparently, this guy was a threat to the profits of Pepsi bottling factories in Chile, and so the company got involved and helped overthrow their government. Was this collab between Pepsi and the CIA the start of a much larger psyop that we see happening today? Because as the years went by, their marketing team continued releasing new flavors of the drink with some questionable names, like their popular Pitch Black flavor, which apparently coincided with the largest IT blackout ever back in 2024, the CrowdStrike outage, the one that affected 8.5 million Microsoft devices, with critical services and business operations being disrupted. Their Infinite Swirl flavor preceded the insane hurricane season that wouldn't end in Southeast America and featured multiple Category 5 hurricanes. Purple Thunder is another recent flavor that also happens to be the name of a classified anti-tank missile defense system experiment performed by the IDF over 22 years ago. The IDF, like the Israeli Defense Force. Is there a connection to something here? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. There's also the well-known Baja Blast, which was originally released in 2004, but we have seen bigger marketing pushes for it lately. Some tie it to the 2023 Ensenada shootout, which took the lives of 10 people in Baja, California, Mexico. Baja Blast? Yeah, okay, this one's kind of a stretch, I'll admit. But the newest flavor coming out in 2025 is Baja Midnight. And they're really pushing this one. It's almost kind of weird. Taco Bell hosted a full-ass press conference type event just to announce it, which will be exclusive to Taco Bell, but what could it possibly mean? Speculations are ranging anywhere from more global power outages and blackouts, like the Iberian Peninsula blackout we saw in Spain and Portugal at the end of April, to some big paranormal reveal, because, you know, midnight is so spooky. Or maybe even us hitting midnight on the doomsday doomsday clock, the one that scientists update every year telling us how close we are to nuclear apocalypse, midnight. It's currently sitting at 89 seconds, the closest we've ever been in history. Perhaps Baja Midnight is alluding to the clock striking 12. Does Mountain Dew really know what's coming next, or is this just a huge viral marketing campaign with some pretty dark undertones? Okay,
Oh no, it's no coincidence. There's gotta be something.
Just in case you don't know what's going on, a girl on TikTok came on here and said that one of her neighbors received a government contract asking them to install a bunch of incinerators at Alligator Alcatraz. They're installing incinerators at Alligator Alcatraz. Alligator Alcatraz is on indigenous land. It's like protected land. 2, there are migrants. There's people being washed ashore with shackles on. People are finding people on beaches wearing shackles. This is the level that we're at. There's another girl on TikTok who is tracking flights, government flights, or like leaving detention centers, and they are just going out into the ocean and then turning around. Just going out and turning around. The flights are not making it to their destinations. 2 + 2 does not equal 4. You understand what's going on right now. There's another guy on TikTok who said that he got pulled over by the cops. He's an American citizen. He just happened to have a Spanish last name. And they went and they looked through his information. They were like, we can't find you in any system. He's like, well, he had like several IDs because he lived in a couple of different states. He was like, well, I have this ID. I have that motorcycle ID. I have this. And then the cops were like, oh, you can thank your friends at ISIS. So they're taking people, American citizens. He's white, by the way. He just had a Spanish last name. They're taking people who have American nationals who have Spanish last names, removing them from databases so that when they get pulled over by cops and people like that, they go, oh, you're not in the system. You're an illegal immigrant. You're an illegal alien. So they can detain them. Do you understand what's going on right now? Just in case you don't know.
What is going on? That was crazy. Dang.
Explain how relationships are a scam. AI.
Here's how relationships are a scam.
Imagine telling ChatGPT all your business and somebody else somewhere asking ChatGPT for book ideas and they tell them your story.
Okay, so at this point, there's either a strong possibility that a good portion of the population is going mad, like we're off our rockers, we're losing it, or there's something definitely happening in the sky, y'all. People have been reporting not just booms, thunderous loud booms, I'm talking about humming sounds, trumpets, cracks, cracking noises in the sky. And I myself a few nights ago was out here trying to make content, and next thing I know, I hear these booms and I'm like, oh, okay, they're just practicing for fireworks, because I live on a beach, so I know that we normally have like really big beautiful fireworks like all throughout my area. So I'm like, oh, you hear that and it's like, oh, it's just fireworks. But then no, fireworks have a very distinct sound. It's like that boom, shh, like it has that offset noise, and it was not that. It sounded like Call of Duty. It sounded like explosions happening, and it did not sound like thunder either. But now people are reporting hums, and not just in multiple states, all throughout the world, and not just in the Middle East where things are actually popping off. I'm talking about all throughout the world in regular, safe neighborhoods. People are hearing sounds that make absolutely no sense, sounds that are abnormal, and I don't know what's going on. But either we're all losing it, we all need some type of sedation, which is probably what the plan is anyways, but there's something happening up there that we're not being told about. And specifically in the States, people keep mentioning the Golden Dome, the fact that, you know, we would never even know if something was happening above us, some type of galactic war. I don't know anything about any of this. I don't know what's what. But what I do know is something is off. This is not normal, and if you've experienced it too, let me know where you are and what it sounds like in the comments, because I'm hearing booms that literally sound like explosions, but I can't confirm or deny what it is. This is all alleged. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look into it. Look into all the videos and hear the sounds, because we need to stop looking and really start listening. Like literally just ears to the windows or go outside. What is that? I'm going to try to record it for tomorrow. I'll make some more content about it, but let me know your
When I turn to the side, I look like a fucking lamppost, so I need you guys' help. What you're going to do is you're going to stay for 60 seconds, so Bob...
No.
Hold up. Let me ask y'all something real quick. Has anyone else been hearing those booms in the sky? Just at random times, just out of nowhere, just crazy booms, whether it's nighttime, early in the morning. It ain't raining, it ain't thundering, it ain't lightning, it ain't doing none of that. And then on top of that though, when it do rain or thunder or lightning, like why does the sky flicker like that? Like just constant flickering for like a couple minutes straight. Just, you ain't seeing no lightning strikes, none of that. Just crazy flickering, like it's like a, you know, like a light about to go out or something, like a light bulb about to die or something, you know what I'm saying? Like just crazy flickering of the light. And then it's odd colors like green, a pinkish color, like weird colors. They saying it's a galactic war going on, so maybe that's the root of the cause, you know what I'm saying? That's where the sound coming from. I don't know, but if y'all done heard these sounds or hearing these sounds, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what state you from. You ain't gotta put no city or nothing like that. Drop your state and let me know where you from. Cause I'm here in Michigan right now, and I've been hearing them ever since March. So let me know what y'all hearing, if y'all hearing it or not. Hope everybody having a good day. Stay safe. Love y'all.
Reports that's coming out of people seeing fire in the sky. Should we panic? Should we worry? Live in fear? Go underground? I just want to say, it's not missiles you are seeing. It's not UAPs. It's not bombs coming from another country. It's something way deeper. I need people to remember this because we had a solar eclipse that put an X across America. This was really a warning. The people that control this world knew this shit was going to take place. They knew the fire in the sky was coming. They tried to tell us, but of course we don't take nothing serious. Our attention span is so small that it's on to the next event. Remember Trump was speaking about putting the Golden Dome up across America? Well, he got that idea from Ronald Reagan. The Golden Dome is a part of this. It's a movie that came out in 1975. The title is Fire in the Sky, based on true events. Well, it's taking place right now. This video is about to get a little deep. Stay with me. These are not missiles. There are meteors, but it's a different kind of meteor. First, you need to understand what a meteor really is. A meteor is a destroyer, and at the same time, it gives life. God gives life and also destroys. If a meteor hit this planet, it's going to give new life to a different life form. The fire in the sky is just a warning. I need people to understand this. We are all on a spiritual mission. If you don't want to do your spiritual purpose, you will be wiped out. The fire in the sky will wipe you out. Remember all the stories they told us when we was young about dinosaurs and the meteor came and wiped them out? He said it was fire in the sky and it wiped out all the dinosaurs. And once it killed the dinosaurs, it gave life to us. Well, these wasn't really dinosaurs. It was something called reptilians. The dinosaur story was just a cover-up. They did not want us to know that there was a group of aliens that was here before us. And the fire in the sky wiped them out. Now in 2025, we are seeing fire in the sky. This is the reason why people are hearing loud booms all over America. Those loud booms is preparing you for something. Everything in the universe is a system and they have a purpose. If you look at every life form on this planet, they are doing their purpose. But when you look at us, we do whatever the fuck we want to do. The universe is tired of us. If we don't complete our mission, the universe don't complete its mission. It's a big ass universe and we are really small. The fire in the sky or the meteor is made out of certain material that gives life. It's all about minerals. Look at us. We have 102 minerals in our body, just like an asteroid. When you go back and listen to these dinosaur stories, they say millions and millions of years ago this event took place. That's bullshit. Once again, it was not dinosaurs, it was the reptilians. This story really took place in the year 1776. What you are looking at right now is a meteor or asteroid up close. What you are looking at right here is the moon. The moon came here in 1776. It's a lot of reports.
So what's going on with all the weird weather anomalies happening around the world, y'all? And can we call it weather anymore? I feel like it first started with this lightning and thunder duo that started in New York. Did y'all hear about this or even see this? Check this out. Y'all, if that's not a missile being dropped, I don't know what it is. And then people say that noise reverberated for at least 10-15 minutes. People said it literally sounded like the dome was shattering over their heads. Take a look at this video the moment the lightning strikes. Y'all, the way that man looked up for his dear life, It literally sounded like the dome just shattered. Look at him playing with it. Look at this, look at this. Now, there are also loud booms being heard all over the world. This is in New York, y'all.
What are these loud booms happening in New York City right now? It ain't no fireworks.
Y'all, and the sky is orange too. It's pulsating orange.
What the fuck?
Bro, that's not fireworks. You heard about mother? That's not fireworks, bro. That's not fireworks, bro.
And a lot of people are saying there's a war going on in the heavens right now that's literally leaking into our dimension. And I, for one, I gotta agree with this. There's something happening above and it's coming down below, y'all. I don't know what it is yet, but I have a feeling we're all going to get to see this soon. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here. Let's get it. Peace in.
Below now is coming down onto the earth. Bluff, or whether or not they decide they're going to call us bluff. What I will say is, I'm looking at it right now. Jeez, I learned ants on live. Oh, you liar! Hey, mama, what's the word? Fear. Damn, she said Duke about as well. I am going to give you some information that I found out today that definitely has my wig blowing back. So let's go ahead and just lay it on the table. So, Donald Trump has essentially decided to declare war on Iran by attacking 3 of their nuclear facilities. With everything that we have going on right now inside the United States, that's the worst thing that he could have done. And unfortunately, I had an opportunity to look into that on a spiritual level as far as how that's going to go. And this could go one or two ways. It could go one or two ways, okay? It depends on whether or not Iran is afraid to call Trump's bluff or whether or not they decide they're going to call his bluff. What I will say is I'm looking at it from a 50-50 point of view. As far as Iran hitting a strike on American soil, I'm going to say it's 50-50. It could happen. Aside from that, and I mean when I say it could happen, I'm talking about those stakes are very high. Those stakes are very, very, very high because you guys got to take in consideration that Iran has allies. China being one of them, that is problematic. Russia being another, that's problematic. So let me give you the breakdown about what this war is really about. Because it started off between Iran and Israel. This war is not what you guys think that it is, okay? So let me tell you what's going on more on the galactic level, because this is a galactic war, okay? This is a war that has already taken place in the cosmos a long time ago. So you ever heard that term called so above, so below? Well, the so below now is coming down onto the earth, okay? That's what's happening right now. So the battle that's taking place, and it's funny because I started really getting some deep information about these wars and how they were first started in the cosmos first, and then depending on what level of the cosmos or dimensions they're operating on, it eventually trickles down onto the earth. I thought that was really interesting to really hear how that's being done, and so you can see it playing out the same war that took place in the cosmos, even though they're not fighting anymore. Now that it's gotten all the way down here to the 3rd or 4th dimension, right? Now you're starting to see it play out, maybe not in the exact way the story was told in the heavens, but it's playing out in a different way. Why? Because the same characters are at play right now, even as we speak. I want you guys to understand that this has been a war that's been going on since the beginning of the beginnings. When you guys truly understand what America is, aka Tamari, because that's the real name of America. It's called Tamari. Period. This war stems all the way back to a time when you're looking at Iran, those are Anunnakis. Israel, in terms of that version of Israel, the artificially made Israel, that is the fallen angels. That is what you're looking at. Now, so when you understand that this is a galactic war, then what you're seeing right now, then you'll begin to start understanding it a little bit better in terms of how old and how ancient it's been. This war has been going on for quite some time. Okay? This war started with an archangel, a fallen archangel by the name of Samael. So Samael and Satan are very much behind that. What most of you do not know is that the Anunnaki are also angels. Fallen angels. Not all of them. Not all of them. So you have Anunnaki that are not fallen angels. You have Anunnaki that are fallen angels. And then you have Anunnaki that are also gods. Okay? So they fit into three different categories when you look at it from that perspective. Anunnaki is also not how people say that they look. That's one set of Anunnaki that look like that. The Anunnaki, these beings are very, very vast. When you start talking about dealing with the ruler of the Anunnaki, that all started in Superior, called Sirius A. Now, let me give you some different information, probably what you've heard, people say before in the past and things like that. But I'm giving you guys some information that came to me based upon me tapping into my own Anunnaki aspects and who they are. Okay? So, they come from Superior. If you guys know about Superior, Superior is the actual sun inside of Sirius A. Okay? So, it's like you have Superior, which is one large galaxy, which is the largest galaxy. Sirius is the largest galaxy, okay? Or the largest star system. And then you have Superior, which is the name of the sun. We know it as Sirius A. The same place where the souls are created. Okay? Now, of course, you have Sirius B, Sirius C, and then you have Sirius X. Hey, how y'all doing? Neo, what's going on? That are on the planet helping this current war. That is correct. At Aaron the Buddha, that is correct. Jebonisa says, I strongly get the feeling that LA will be attacked this time. Well, what you got to take into consideration is that since Trump has did this, and the Biden administration had allowed so many people come into the country unchecked, they're saying that there exists what we call sleeper cells. Now, of course, there's some propaganda out here saying Al Qaeda has sleeper cells inside the United States that's now went into activation. What does that mean? That means a possibility of explosions and things like that taking place randomly throughout the United States of America. In my 2024 predictions, I gave you specific instructions about you guys learning how to navigate. Well, now you know what I'm talking about. And I wasn't allowed to divulge the information at that time in terms of what I was seeing. But now I can go ahead and share some more information with you when I did that 2024 predictions. The second one I did last year. It's about this war. And it's not only about this war. There's also some other things that my brother had shared with me in terms of things that he picked up on. And one of the things that my brother, and shouts out to Neo Cosmos, one of the things my brother pointed out to me when he was tapping in, he said that there was going to be those who got that JAB. Those individuals are going to start getting snatched up and taken by the military. They're going to be taken for...
How many of y'all got that JOB? JOB or JAB? How many of y'all got the JAB?
A few months away, and then they're going to be brought back out. What for? Because those individuals are going to be the ones that's going to turn against the people who never got the JAB. So that's going to cause a civil war within the United States. Okay? Expect protests in different parts of the United States of America because it's going to take place. All right? The country is under judgment. Nemesis is burning up things, and you guys are going to continue to keep feeling heat waves and things of that nature because Nemesis is also bringing down the judgment. So the sun is acting up even more S-class solar flares. More solar flares. Now, I told you guys the last time I spoke to you that all the dragons woke up. Now you have a problem with that because now you have volcanoes going off. Left and right. All across the planet. And not only do you have volcanoes going off, but you also have to be concerned about the earthquakes. What appears to be earthquakes. Those are those dragons that have woken up. Now, dragons are master cloakers. But I'm going to make you guys aware, you guys are going to start paying attention to the shapes of clouds in your skies because you're really going to start seeing them heavy in the skies. Okay? You're going to start really seeing them heavy in the skies. Another thing that I want you to be aware of is that the ancestors...
Do y'all be seeing the clouds that be like a UFO? Like ships? Don't it be like ships? Y'all can't tell me it don't be like ships.
Ancestors of Tamari has been released in the Americas. What do you mean? What I mean when I say released? Over the past couple of days, some of you guys may have been feeling energy of spirits around you. Those are your ancestors. And I'm not talking about the ancestors from, let's say, the time that we were colonized. I'm talking about the ancestors that were still on these lands before we were ever colonized. I'm talking about the ancient ancestors. I'm talking about the Atlanteans. I'm talking about the Syrians that are on this land. I'm talking about the Limers that are on this land. I'm talking about various different ones from the old world that have been released. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Retribution is coming to the United States and those who colonized it. Retribution is on its way. Now, on one hand, you can look at that and celebrate that. On another hand, it's going to be a little hectic. You guys can count the things being done status quo like they used to be. That's done. That's not happening. Gemini said yes. Basically, yes. Yes. Everything that you was told was fairy tale is actually real. Okay? It's time for everybody to begin to start waking up. You need to talk to them. They pulled up. I'm going to tell you some of the ones that pulled up on me that blew my wig back. I felt the energy of the ancestors, and I said, there's some ancestors up in here. Who are the ancestors? It was Lyrans that pulled up on me. And I said, wait a minute. Lyrans? I said, you from the old world? They was like, yeah. I said, oh, wow. Okay, so I got Lyrans in the bloodline that pulled up on me from the old world. Blew my wig all the way back. It's definitely heating up. Yes, I'm in Virginia, and there is way too many active battlefields around me. I see why I've been feeling that. Been seeing rainbows when I close my eyes recently. And what did I tell you that the rainbows represent? The rainbows represent that their time is up. Okay? The Creator has already made that call. The Creator is already sending out work. The Creator is already putting originals to work. The Creator's already got these Anunnaki at work. And all kinds of different beings at work. When I tell y'all it's going down, it's going down. And ain't no playtime. There's no time for the playtime no more. Judgment is hitting everybody right now. You guys better start paying attention to some of your big boys too. Some of these folks are going down behind the scenes and y'all don't even know what's going on. Now I'm going to give you some information that I need you guys to be aware of. And shouts out also to Cartier Vision. Shout out to him. He had mentioned to me that he had seen some things as well in terms of things to come. And one of the things he mentioned to me was that there's going to be a lot of distractions that's going to be taking place. There's going to be a lot of people getting exposed, which I was aware of this already. But it's the level and how it's coming that you guys need to be concerned about. Okay? It's the level of how it's coming that you guys need to be concerned about. You're welcome. It's the way that distractions are going to come in that you guys need to be concerned about. The way that the distractions are coming in. I want you guys to listen to me carefully. For those of you who have been doing your healing, this is you transitioning out. This is the split. Your key to success of surviving this split is do not get caught up in any distractions. You're going to hear celebrities coming out of nowhere. That's going to be exposed. It's going to be shocking news. However, when you hear this information, make sure you look the opposite direction to see what they're doing over here. Because while they're distracting you with that, the military is putting up bases, camps inside the United States. And you need to be careful about those. For those of you who've got that JAB, y'all better be very, very careful. Because I'm going to activate something within you. That what you receive is designed to make you what we call a sleeper cell. So let me put you guys up on game. Because see, I'm at the stage now where I don't care no more. Because I ain't going to be doing this. I ain't going to be doing too much of this much longer. So I'm already at that stage where I'm already graduating to other things. I'm on my own damn mission. Okay, I'm on my own mission right now. So that's why you guys ain't really seen me as much as you used to see me, because I got other work and stuff like that I have to do. I have other responsibilities that I have to handle. But what I will say to you guys is that I want you guys to keep your head on a swivel this year. This year, you don't have no choice but to do it. Why? Because these distractions, if you're not careful, can take you down a couple of dimensions or timelines. Do not get caught up in the distractions. If you're going to have to turn your phone off, then you're going to have to turn your phone off. If you're going to have to check completely out, then check completely out. But I'm letting you know, soon, very, very soon, there's going to be a lot of exposure, a lot of things coming to light, a lot of things are going to be exposed, a lot of celebrities are going to be exposed. You're going to be shocked at some of the things that you're going to hear. You may even see some things you don't want to see. Okay? Don't allow these distractions. Don't allow yourself to get caught up. This is going to be one of your biggest and greatest tests for those of you that plan on making this split. Now, there are some things I would like to expose, but there's some things I can't talk about because they're always getting at me. But what I will say to you is that be mindful of the people who got the JAB. They're going to activate something within those people. And what you're going to notice is watch the attitudes of the people when they find out you did not get that JAB. Watch the attitudes of the people. Keep your mouth closed. If you didn't get it, keep your mouth closed unless you want to fight. Because that's how it's designed to activate the sleeper cell within them and have those individuals acting out of their damn minds, because those people intentionally took an
It's the zombie apocalypse. That's what's gonna happen.
Experimental drug, and they told you it was experimental, and they didn't listen, and they thought they knew what was best. Well, I'm telling y'all, be careful of the individuals who's gotten that JAB. You may even start seeing them act weird now. Watch them. You better be careful and you better be navigating. And if I were you, I definitely wouldn't let no military know that you got that. But they got a list of people who already got it. You better learn how to navigate. Now, yes, the nanotechnology, that is correct. And that was what was placed inside of everybody when they got that. It was nanotechnology. Okay? Now, here's what I'm going to tell you how I can assist you. And you're going to have to pick up what I'm putting down, because I can assist those individuals. But there's only so much I can say. Log on to IsisWisdom.com.
It's crazy.
Things you do as an authentic person that make people not like you. Advocating for yourself and your boundaries. You're not afraid of not being liked, and you're not afraid of being alone. Not following people back if you don't want to. Not laughing at jokes that you don't think are funny. Saying no and not over-explaining. Not apologizing for things that aren't your fault. Not internalizing people's projections onto you. Your authenticity will trigger people who live for external validation. These are things you do as an authentic.
You ever ask yourself, why do people love McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, Wendy's, Arby's, Chick-fil-A? What if I told you that these corporations is using witchcraft in their food to keep you hooked? Yes, it's a reason why so many people are lined up every day eating from these corporations. It's not just the color yellow, the color red, but that's important, but it's really witchcraft. Everything is dealing with our blood. You do know that some woman uses their menstrual cycles in people's food to put curses on them. I've heard so many stories of women putting their menstrual cycles inside of men's spaghetti sauce. But it's not just about this. When you kill these animals, that is a blood sacrifice. When we eat these animals, that is a blood sacrifice. The animal sacrifice is another form of using period blood. But this story is about to get a little deep. Stay with me. We are dealing with a spiritual parasites known as the archons. We can't see these life forms, but they can see us. They know this planet is like a farm. We eat the beasts and they eat us. We hear about these kind of parasites all the time, right? Parasites, worms in our stomach. We should do a parasite and worm detox. We hear about this shit a lot. But what we don't hear about is the spiritual parasites we can't see. They are the ones that set up these fast food restaurants. We think we are eating food, but we are really eating death. Everything is dealing with magic and witchcraft. When you use herbs and seasoning, that is witchcraft or a potion. It even has certain spells you can use for health, success, courage, and it's all dealing with seasonings. The reason why you love this food so much is because they put a season or a spell on it. Everything in this reality is dealing with magic or breaking bread. If you ever do a ceremony or a ritual, what do you use? Sage, incense. Well, if you use the right combination, you can make a magic spell. These fast food restaurants came up with the right recipe and they made a magic spell. That's why they said, let your food be your medicine. These seasonings can heal us. This is not just food. It's really, really medicine. Just how the planet have 4 seasons to make seasons for us. But the archons is really tricky. Everything is dealing with symbols. If we eat the wrong food, it gives us parasites. If we eat low vibrational food, the spiritual parasites can kill us. That's why they gave us a fork. That's why they gave the devil a fork. They're trying to tell us that the food we eating is going to kill us. It's always good to eat a home cooked meal. You want your food to be made out of love. Our ancestors tried to warn us. That's why they say when you eat, say a prayer to cleanse your food, to be thankful and cleanse it. Our energy is connected to our intentions. So if we have good intentions, our food can be healed. But when you go and buy fast food, think about all the people that's fucking mad that they got to make this food. That energy is going into... You ever ask yourself, why do people...
Gotta think about that too. Like, what was that person mad today? That energy on you.
This has to be the weirdest photo shoot I have ever come across, and it has to do with Michelle Lamy and Travis Scott. So you can see him laying down on the floor, staring into the ceiling with nothing but a pillow covering him, as she just sits there and looks at him. Now, if you don't know who this is, she is one of the most powerful figures in the fashion industry. She's married to Rick Owens, and these photos just get creepier. Now, it looks like this took place around last year because it says, on his sold-out 2024 summer tour, Travis Scott invited Nick Knight backstage to photograph him alongside the iconic Michelle Lamy, featuring Rick Owens furniture, of course. What are these two doing? I mean, this guy is in a bathrobe cuddling up Michelle Lamy. Her eyes are closed, and that's not it. Take a look at this one. It looks like he's making music or something, and there's a bunch of smoke on the bench, but look what he's staring at. This yellow thing looks like there's a face in it, like some type of soul or demon or whatever the heck it is, and kind of similar on the next picture. If you look at the bench, it looks like there's kind of a headless person sitting on the couch just watching him make.
Shout out to You Won't Believe Me Official, dear friend of mine. This guy freaking knows what's going on. But I can tell you there's a lot more to be said about this that can't be said on this app. If you want to know other angles and in-depth discussion, comment the word
somebody is being passive aggressive towards you, you meet that shit with aggression. People know exactly what they are doing. They will disrespect you in a playful or passive manner so you don't say nothing back. You might be a person that avoids conflict, so you might just laugh that shit off or ignore it, but that is disrespectful towards yourself. There's nothing wrong with letting people know not to talk to you any kind of way. If you feel offended, if you feel disrespected, bro, speak up. You don't always have to take it there, but let them know, like, nigga, I know what you're doing. Nip that in the bud. You don't want to let your subconscious know that you are okay with being disrespected. The more that you have something to say and not say it, it's the more that you're making yourself less confident. So you don't always have to be over the top, but the next time that you feel offended and you feel like somebody being slick, bro, call them out. I love y'all.
You gotta call them out.
Okay, what is up with those videos where the text-to-speech guy is all like, 5 shockingly shocking facts that will shock you shockingly. The last one could give you early access to GTA 6. And like half the time what he's saying doesn't even make sense. Like, never eat water with your ears. It could damage your nose. If you try fighting a silverback gorilla, you will die. But if you have 99 other people to fight with you, you'll still die. But someone will get him eventually. If you click share and more, the 4th person you see is secretly a hired assassin. You're their next target. If you see square waves in the ocean, get out immediately. You are seconds away from drowning, Minecraft style. If you click the link in my profile or the tag on YouTube short, you can shock the world with one of these 5 shockingly shocking facts shirts. Every second you're not following me, the Switch 2 will double in price. No! No! So what are you waiting for? Okay, what is up with the...
No, he sounds just like him, don't he? That's crazy. Is that Morgan Freeman? It's Morgan Freeman.
All of these AI chatbots is like a...
This is why you should never perform the Man in the Fields ritual. People say if you complete it, you will be granted peace for the rest of your life. But once you begin, the Man in the Fields begins with you. Before sunset, you need to find yourself an isolated house. You can use your own, but you need to have at least one field nearby. A backyard also works, but open space is key. He needs room to wait. The next step is that you need to prepare the house. And this is because he can use reflections to jump space. This means covering every single mirror one by one. You then have to go around and unplug every single electronic. Anything that could connect you to the outside world needs to be shut off. Then you need to lock every single door and window from the inside. These are your only barriers between you and him. Then you need to light a single candle. And this candle will be your only light for the entire night. You can't use flashlights, you can't use lamps, just this one single flame. If this flame goes out, you are in trouble. Now it's time to stand at your back door and look out at the field. At exactly 1 minute before sunset, you need to speak out loud. I'm aware of your presence and I welcome you into my home. Don't look away from the field. Don't blink for too long. You might see movement, but you might not. But whether you see him or not, he is here now. Now you've invited him in, and he will test you hour by hour. Here are the rules. Every hour, on the hour, you must walk through the entire home and physically check all the doors, all the windows, and any entry points that could have allowed him in. You must actually touch them and whisper, "Locked, safe." Make sure you do this for every single one, every single hour. Even if it seems pointless, even if you're exhausted. Because every hour, if you fail to check them all, he moves closer. And if you miss a round, he moves from the field to your yard. Miss another, he's at your back door. Then your hallway, then the room next to you, and then he's even in the same room. If your candle goes out at any point, you need to relight it immediately. And if it won't relight, that means he's inside. And that means that you will have to complete this ritual without light. And if you see him, do not acknowledge him. Do not speak, do not scream, do not run. Just complete your checks and ignore him. That is your only hope. And do not sleep. If you sleep for even a second, the ritual ends. And if the ritual ends, you lose. And you'll hear things. You'll hear a voice calling from the other room. You'll hear footsteps stop when you stop. Sometimes you'll even hear crying. But whatever you do, don't follow these sounds. You make it to sunrise without missing a single hourly check, without letting the candle go out permanently, without acknowledging his presence. You have survived. You then need to go to the back door and you need to say you are no longer welcome. And then, and only then, you can uncover your mirror, you can unlock your doors, and you can step outside. Would you ever play this game? 200k likes and I'll try.
No, I would never play that game. Someone said this would be a great horror movie if it's done correctly.
Ostriches are more attracted to humans than they are other ostriches. That poses a very serious problem for ostrich farmers. Ants breed and domesticate aphids. They do this so they can lap up their milky secretions. There's evidence to suggest that orangutans can actually speak, but they don't do it because they don't want to work. Seals get seasick. Dragonflies are the best hunters in the world. Also, dragonflies have legs, but they can't walk. They're like nature's helicopters. Sloths' hands work exactly the opposite of ours. They have to exert energy to open their hand and not to close it. I think that's right. No, it's relax to open and exert energy.
Wait. So dragonflies don't walk. So they just land and just get back up. Dang.
To close. Something like that. Whatever we do, they do the opposite of. Possums are originally from the East Coast, but we moved them to the West Coast during the Depression so we could eat them. Reminder that all flatworms are male and they fence each other with their fork swords, and then whoever loses gets stabbed with a pork sword and impregnated. Ostriches are more attracted to humans.
I promise y'all, I'm not being dramatic. People think I'm AI, and I'm not. I promise y'all, I am not an AI. I'm real as a heart attack. I mean, I can smack myself. I have eczema right here, you guys. You can see my stretch marks. My scars from right here. Like, I'm a real girl. Like, you can see my wrinkled fingers because I got old woman fingers. I got my grandma's hands. Leave me alone. I'm bloated. I'm a real girl. I'm not joking, y'all. People are literally texting me. Are you real? Are you real? Yes, I'm real. I know what y'all are talking about, though, because I got on TikTok earlier, and there was a girl on there, and she was AI. You can tell. There's just certain little things, but I'm real. I mean, like, real as a damn heart attack. Like, I don't know what else to say. But
this
yes,
AI still getting out of hand, y'all. Now they able to say they not AI, y'all.
I'm real. I'm from Virginia, and I'm 20 years old. Half of y'all know who I am because y'all followed me before my Instagram blew up. So, I promise y'all, I'm not being dramatic. People.
AI still getting out of hand, y'all.
I can't tell if I'm just getting old or these new kids is next level. I'm at my little brother 8th grade graduation, and these little girls got on full faces of makeup, lashes. Lashes wasn't even a thing when I was in 8th, y'all. We was real, like, still coming into ourselves. Lashes? Y'all laying on the lash bed in 8th grade? This is nuts. I can't tell if I'm just getting old or these new...
You know when women say, I need a man to put me in my feminine? This is what they mean.
I fuck with you. Already? I fuck with your vibe already.
Look at that smile.
Quick. It's 4-4 day. I'm on Edgewood. It's a block party, okay?
Hey, excuse me. I thought you was cute, so I had to say something.
Nigga walk up to me. Hey, I think you cute. I had to say something. Okay, cool. Start talking to buddy. You know what I'm saying? Nigga want ugly.
I'm 26. My birthday coming up. For real?
I think nothing else about it till I woke up
Them was two different people. That's all I'm gonna say.
this morning. Nigga texting my phone. Guess who I see on my FYP? I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? Click on the video, nigga. It's me.
Facts.
Me in the street, rizzing this nigga up, getting oral farmed, getting...
That's two different people, but it's not. You gonna put her in her feminine, but for how long? But how long until she turn into the true YN that she really is?
If astrology isn't real, then why does every Virgo you know have tummy issues? Each zodiac sign is associated with different parts of the body. Virgo is the sign associated with the digestive system. This is why Virgos are more prone to stomach issues, things like indigestion, heartburn, bloating, IBS. Virgo is also ruled by the planet Mercury. Mercury is associated with the nervous system. This is why you guys can literally worry yourself sick. Stress and anxiety can be some of the biggest triggers for stomach issues. Virgos, you're the type to get stressed about stressing too much, which causes even more stress. See the problem? Virgos just have a natural tendency to internalize stress and to carry their feelings in their stomach, at least more so than the other signs. I've noticed a lot of you guys are picky eaters. You might be sensitive to certain foods, but Virgos tend to be very particular about what they eat. If you're a Virgo, you might also have a tendency to either overeat or not eat enough. So just do your best to listen to your body. Try to find ways you can reduce stress, meditate, make some tea, cook yourself a healthy meal, anything that helps you to relax after a long day of overthinking. Just keep in mind that stress literally makes it harder for your body to process food. So this is your sign to take some time for self-care. If you have major Virgo placements, please let me know if you
do not fucking eat tomatoes right now. Put the fucking tomato down. Don't eat it. There is a recall, a really, really bad one, actually the highest level recall possible. And they're saying if you eat a fucking tomato, you might goddamn die. What makes this even more fucked up is they're saying that even the frozen tomatoes have the same bacteria in it, and it's even worse because the bacteria is going to survive being frozen. For the love of God, put the fucking tomato down. I'm not fucking joking. Tomato recall gets highest risk warning ever over fears of salmonella, and apparently this strain is the worst kind, and it is really bad. Like, it's bad. They're saying that the areas that are mostly impacted are these southern states. There are 3 so far that they have confirmed cases. That is Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. And now they are saying if you consume these fucking tomatoes, go to the hospital immediately. They're saying first the tomatoes were voluntarily recalled, but now they're saying it is a manual recall, meaning they need to get these things off the streets. Because initially they thought that the salmonella would die. No, this is the new strain and it can survive for weeks in dry places and for months in wet or frozen environments, meaning the tomatoes could still pose a danger even if you stored them or froze them. You know how fucking crazy that is? Don't eat the fucking tomato. Don't risk it. I'm in Indiana and I won't be touching a fucking tomato. We know how they like to lie up there at the FDA. Oh, and thanks, Trump.
Snakes tend to be lazy, so when a snake is a 4 light path, it's gonna fix that problem. Tigers really aren't the smartest, so when a tiger is a 7 light path like Steve Wozniak, might be a genius. Monkeys lack motivation, so a 1 light path monkey ain't gonna have that problem. So comment on your birthday, I'll tell you if your combination is good. Snake.
You can learn a lot about a man by asking them who their favorite superhero is. This is my guide to
I couldn't be no cartel boss. I let the power go straight to my head.
I'm sorry, sir. We don't have
what
any more ketchup.
What the fuck do you mean you don't got no more ketchup?
Look, it has
do you know who the
nothing to
fuck
do
I
with
am? You know how
Look,
long
sir,
I'll be
I'm
with.
sorry, but that's
Kill
not
him.
gonna.
Kill him.
See,
no, I couldn't be no cartel.
The Great Wall of China, one of the biggest wonders of the world, no? They say this side is, see, where they throw the arrows to the enemies, and that's why they built this giant wall to protect China from their enemies. But you know what's interesting and very curious? This side is outside China. This side is China, and this side is outside China. Meaning, this wall, the history is a lie. This wall was not built to protect China from these enemies. It's the enemies which are in this side are protecting themselves from China. So, the Chinese did not build this wall. Who built this wall? I'll tell you, research the Tartarian Empire, which was in all this area, and they were defending themselves from the Chinese, not the other way around. History is a lie, geography is a lie, science is a lie. They lied to us. The Great Wall of China.
And he's not looking too good anymore, and it may be because he's an energy vampire. Watch
The reason
this.
why that man Diddy looks so dried out and old and just sucked out in a matter of like 6 months, the visual difference is insane because that's an actual accurate representation of an energy vampire that no longer has access to his fix. His whole empire was standing on the root chakra energy of all of his victims, woman, child, or grown up. Like that level of abuse, he was definitely being an energy vampire and harvesting these people energy, especially Cassie, especially Kim Porter, especially his baby mamas. And I feel like he even harnessed some of the energy from his children. So take a look at how he looks now and take a look at how he looked 6 months ago. Okay? That's a man, that's a fucking demon that has access no longer to what was keeping him alive. Now he looks half dead. He looks more than his age.
And he's not looking too good anymore, and it may.
This incident affected over 300 kids, and till this day, nobody knows what the hell this was. In the summer of 1980, these kids in England were supposed to be doing a performance for like this jazz competition that they were doing. All their parents are attending, you know, the kids are getting ready to compete. Around 10 a.m., right when they're about to start doing their performances, with no explanation, all of these kids, one by one, just start dropping to the ground. Like they all just start passing out. Everybody's just super confused, like what the hell is even happening? The numbers start getting astronomical. These kids in like rows, even some of the babies, 300 to 400 kids, all just passed out during this performance. They instantly were just like, okay, bro, we gotta do something about this. We gotta like call the police or whatever the case may be. So they call the authorities. Authorities end up coming through. They end up bringing like ambulances and people like that. And they had to take in 259 of these people that didn't wake up from it. They still don't know what the hell happened to them. Hella of the kids reported feeling dizzy. Half of them like throwing up and stuff like that. They said they felt like their arms and legs had no bones in them. That's how they all said they felt. And they just passed out and didn't remember anything. After that situation happened, a bunch of people started going over there to like see what was happening. So they were like, okay, maybe it was like a gas leak, the stage, the area, was it the lights, was it this? Like they even looked at what all the kids ate that day to try to see if it was food poisoning, right? They went through every explanation possible, and it was none of those.
That's
nobody
so
else,
weird.
Nobody else knows how to explain this either. This incident affected over 300.
Ever woke up with scratches on your body and you know good and well they wasn't there the night before? When people come ask me about this, I like to eliminate all possibilities. Was it your cat? Was it your partner? Your dog? Maybe even possibly you? Most people like, no, it was not no partner, no dog, no cat, none of that. It's unexplained marks on your skin, almost like you was in battle in your sleep. Not crazy and you definitely not imagining it. A lot of people laugh when we say we in a spiritual warfare. There's also a lot of people who know what's up. And I know this personally because I meet with people on a weekly, daily basis. I already broke down the ascension symptoms and why people getting headaches and feeling nauseous and all of that. Now people want to know, why am I waking up with scratches on my body? Truth is, some of y'all fighting battles in the astros that your conscious mind is not fully aware of yet. When you go to sleep, your body might be resting, but your spirit is at work. If you waking up with scratches, bruises, or feeling like you ran a marathon in your sleep, it be having you drained. It's very possible you are in a spiritual altercation. If you don't believe in it, that's fine, but how else do you explain it? Especially when them scratches show up in places you can't even reach yourself. Or it could also be a sign that you being spiritually targeted. You will see this especially when you start leveling up, when you start tapping into your real gifts, or even when you start breaking them generational patterns. When you start glowing, them shadows notice. Other times it could be your spirit fighting for you. Spirit protecting you from energies that tried it when your ass was most vulnerable. Remember, your vessel sleeps, your soul don't. Your soul is a whole warrior out here. If you ever wake up with these scratches, do not panic, just get prepared. Want to cleanse your space before bed. You can pray or speak protection over yourself, over your family, over your home. Get you some protective herbs and put them up under your pillow. Mugwort, bay leaf, rosemary, black salt. Wipe my nightstand down with my Florida water. You can keep a clear glass of water near your bed. Some vinegar and some salt in it to catch anything lingering in that atmosphere at night. Scratches ain't always spooky, but they damn sure ain't random either. Still gotta pay attention to the unseen because spirit don't miss. Anytime I wake up with these scratches, I be like, damn, I know I won. Y'all get in them comments and let me know if this has happened to you. I know if you're looking for any of your spiritual tools, click the link in my bio for my store. As always, peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching.
Alright, this segment of the video, we're gonna look at this Los Angeles, what is really like now. Let's check this out, man. This is my boy Peter. He always go around seeing how the world is around the world, you know. It's pretty interesting. If you want to watch this with me, you're a real one. If you don't, you can click off the video.
This is the true California. You're gonna love it.
It's looking pretty rough down here these days. High-end groceries, one of the most expensive streets in the world. We're coming up on where some of the riots were, and one sole man out here.
You gotta be rich to live out here.
One job will change your life.
Yeah, $300,000 job, you finish it in 1 week, I mean.
Iconic Venice Beach.
He's gonna do hopscotch for you guys. Watch. Get on, yes you are.
Los Angeles Mall, so empty.
Everybody here has a different story. Everybody here has a different past. Everybody here has a different future.
If they fix Skid Row, there's no money for the government no more.
I always believe in my little conspiracy theory.
Sunset Boulevard, totally empty. Probably the one time in its history. Still smell the charcoal.
It's like the fire pig and chose what it wanted, you know?
And these are the Venice canals. A little bit of a different look. We're going to jump to the other side of the tracks. Good morning, guys. From high above, downtown Los Angeles, through the haze, you can barely see it. It's been in the news a lot lately. It's a very much misunderstood place. It's a beast of a city. So the goal today is to get into different neighborhoods, talk to different people, get all sorts of types of perspectives, to get a better understanding of what America's second most populated city is like now. Let's do this. Rodeo Drive, known as one of the most expensive streets in the world. For those high-end shoppers, this is the place. And not long ago, it was fields, farm fields. It was right at the turn of the century that it turned into commerce. Obviously it didn't start like this. It started a little more simple with hardware stores and more middle-class community type stuff. LA looked like New York. Like a smaller version of New York.
This is the Mayborn Hotel.
Oh, okay.
Right here is the Sweet Garden, if you follow me.
Oh, you're an ambassador.
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice.
I'm Jose Aguilar. My pleasure to meet you, sir.
Peter, Jose, nice to meet you.
And this is one of the unique hotels that they have in Beverly Hills.
Do you love it, Beverly Hills?
I love everything about California.
How's crime right now? Is it pretty?
Crime, to be honest with you, sir, crime is everywhere. Even in our own backyard.
Even in Beverly Hills?
Most likely, sir.
Less of it here then.
Less, but you know, it's unexpected.
They sneak behind things and you never know.
But at the Beverly Hills Police Department, they're on track. And they will make sure that they
don't mess around.
Exactly, sir.
So, yeah, a lot of people don't understand that Beverly Hills is a separate city from Los Angeles.
Exactly.
Totally different police department.
Different. They don't play games.
Jose.
My pleasure to talk to you.
Great. Appreciate it.
My pleasure, sir.
All right, guys, before we really jump into this video, I want to explain, and many outside of the region, people here know this, but most of the country and world doesn't. There's the city of Los Angeles, 3.8 million people. Then you have LA County, roughly 10 million people in 88 cities. And then you have greater metro LA. So you're going to include in Riverside County, Ventura County, Orange County. And now we're up to 18.8 million people. Now, when you take that number, 17 million people is the size of Finland, Norway, and Denmark, roughly 17. Greater LA metro area is bigger than the population of those three countries. When we talk about economy, it's on par with Indonesia, with Switzerland, with the Netherlands. We're a bit early here, that's why nobody's sitting down.
It's actually nice out here, though, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, bit early for lunch. Yeah, Switzerland, that to me was surprising. I mean, they have
But
less people, but
I heard it costs a lot to live out here. That's why I'm not even worried about going there. For real. I don't know, man.
Still, that's such an economic powerhouse. So when people say LA, quite often they're wrapping it all into LA County and the cities within LA County, like Santa Monica, Malibu, Beverly Hills. What's up, you guys?
Wait.
You guys live here?
No.
Where are you from?
Ireland.
Ireland?
Ireland.
Some Irish perspective. How is it? What do you think?
We've only been here 2 days, but it's good.
Yeah?
It's a lot warmer in Ireland, yeah.
Are you guys drinking yet?
Not yet.
Not today. Not yet.
What do you think of this 21 and over BS in America? You're not having it, huh?
We're 21, so we don't mind.
Oh, you are? Okay. Okay, cool.
We get away with it. That's great.
All right, guys.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, take care. Here's some budget food in here. Have you been here? Okay, guys. This is... See ya. This is a high-end grocery store. So let's check out what this is like. It's called Erewhon.
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe I got that right. Very famous place. You got a $10 brownie. Got all sorts of cheeses.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. $10 for a brownie? What's going on, y'all? So that's brownie better give me superpowers. If I'm about to pay $10 for a brownie, I better get superpowers after eating that. Like I'm playing, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, what's going on? $10 for a brownie? Are you kidding me? No. I bet the brownie nasty too.
This is if you want designer groceries, high-end groceries. Look at this place. You can get your Wagyu New York steak, $63.
What? Oh no. No. Say goodbye. I would have moved. What? Nah, you really living it up out there if you paying $63 for a steak. Are you kidding me? No. Get out of here, man.
I'd say 4 meals in there.
December they're gonna have the $20.
How much is the fruit?
Strawberry.
What's so special about them?
They come from Japan.
Japanese strawberries.
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah. For one.
And I bet it ain't got no seeds in it. $20 for some strawberries. Are you kidding me? Come on, we better have some seeds in there. Are you kidding me? Like, this is a joke. This has to be a joke. Look at the watermelon down there. Ain't no seeds on that watermelon.
Thank you.
Got some expensive snacks here. Some $5 dense nutrient bars, some fruit. And guys, we're going to do what I love to do best, which is jump to the other side of the tracks. Nothing like the juxtapositions to make it interesting. So get in the car, cruise downtown.
Oh, that's cool.
You can see the difference outside of Beverly Hills and what the sides of the roads look like here. I don't even know what neighborhood we're in, but on the way to downtown. And gotta say, just getting on that on-ramp, it's quite grubby and trashy. All right, this is LA for you. Traffic. And you gotta love this about California. You can, if you're a motorcycle rider, the cars don't like it, but you can go legally between the cars. And it comes from an old law, and it's because I used to have a motorcycle when I lived in California. It was something around motorcycles would overheat if they were sitting in LA traffic. And so, correct me, whoever knows this better than me, correct me if I'm wrong here, but the motorcycles were therefore allowed to go between the cars so they could keep air going around the engine so they wouldn't overheat.
Look at his camera, bro.
Yeah, this is the big deal.
Is he serious? That is too cute.
It is cute. Not me, the camera. What? But you would tell me, okay, all the bathrooms, they don't let you go around here.
They don't. And I don't know why. It's bush. They lies and say that they're out of order, but they're not. I tell them to go around the corner and whip it out.
That was your advice.
And he said he ain't doing that shit. He gonna hold it.
Okay, your gas is crazy expensive.
Yes, very expensive. You gotta be rich to live out here.
You do, huh? What's rent like?
10,000.
Take care.
Say goodbye. I ain't gonna lie, say goodbye. 10,000. What you living in a mansion? Like what? What do you mean 10,000? Man.
All right, guys, just trying to take a roadside urination break, and it's becoming quite challenging.
She gotta be playing, right? She gotta be playing. She funny for that. 10,000? That's just, she just exaggerated, right?
None of the gas stations will let me in. And here's another neighborhood. I don't know where we're at. I'm guessing north of downtown a little. Look at these trees. That's beautiful.
Trees look nice.
Like she said, you got to be rich to live here. Not everyone's rich, obviously, but the prices on gas or housing. I mean, housing it's one of the most expensive, I believe, in the country. What is it? New York, San Francisco, and then LA, something like that. So the thing with this city, to pull together all these neighborhoods, is a lot of driving. So the camera's off most of the time.
I don't know if this is copyright, so I'm gonna mute it. So y'all gonna watch this video with me. If you watching this with me right now, type LA in the comments if you're watching this with me right now.
There are a lot of organizations down here providing food, providing the basics to get by. So looks like something going on there. No Chance Foundation. I'll check that out, actually. You can see here we have a shower stop van. So the shower trailer will pull up, tap into the water.
So, like, first of all, it's like they letting people be homeless. You got a shower stop van. See, I'm glad I'm watching this video because I didn't know they what? Shout out to Peter, man. He really be showing you the real. Man, type LA in the comments if you watching right now. This is crazy. So they got shower stops. So they basically promoting you to be homeless. They want you to be homeless. Why would you, like, why can't y'all just, like, y'all know, man.
And
that's messed up.
I mean, does the leadership look at this? Do they ever drive down here? Do they understand what's going on? Imagine the kids that gotta grow up in this.
Right?
That's rough.
Yeah, that is. Sucks.
Got the cautions on, parked in the red, and I'll probably get a ticket for illegal parking. You guys come out here once a week?
So we come out here, once a week, every other, yes sir. We pick up, you pass the pickles, so every other Thursday, every other Thursday we come out here, we set up, we got dog food, we got hygiene, we got food, we just come out once a week, and every other Thursday.
How's this situation right now?
It's what you make of it. Okay. Everybody here has a different story, everybody here has a different past, everybody here has a different future. So what our thing is, we're the No Chance Foundation. We take the people who feel like they have no chance and we try to give them a chance.
You work for MTA?
Yeah, I work for MTA. I used to drive the 720. We used to come up this way all the time, this way and then 5th Street. So for 7 years, I used to come down here. Then growing up, I had family down here. Still now, I got family out here somewhere. So
tough to get them off?
It's a choice. Some of them want to, some don't. There was a stop on MacArthur Park.
Okay.
I talked to a guy, his wife had passed away. She was living in the tent. When she passed away, they found $300,000 in their tent. And that's all from panhandling over the years. So when I asked him, bro, why won't you just go do something? He don't want. They don't want the responsibility of having to play by the rules. They want to get what they can and how they get it.
So everyone here can get housing.
She had 300,000. See, y'all don't be listening. Do y'all be listening when y'all watching this? Like, pay attention, man. I'm just playing, but yo, 300, yo. So he was just choosing to just live like that. dang, they're not trying to play by the rules. I feel it though, because it's just like, what's the point, man, when you just gotta keep giving up, you know, money every month, not 1 month, not 2 months, every month. That'd be kind of cool though if they, you know, you have to pay rent every 2 months, right? That'd be cool, but nah, it don't work like that. Dang. Shout out to Peter, man.
Yeah, you go to the mission, you apply for it. They got
Rerun it. That was crazy.
I want you to just go do something. They don't want the responsibility of having to play by the rules. They want to get what they can and how they get it.
So everyone here can get housing through the city?
Yeah, you go to the mission, you apply for it. They got places where they can go shower, they can go live there. All they have to do is abide by the rules. Be in by a certain time, get a job. Some don't want to.
And that's what people from the outside can't understand. Like it's a lifestyle here. It's a social world.
Right. It's a community. It's its own community. So here, there's programs and there's things that help these people here, and they don't want to do it. Some of them really like the luxury of not having to do something. Like my brother right here, he's sitting under the tree. He doesn't have to care in the world. We come up here, we feed him, we give him clothes and stuff. They have no reason to do anything. So some of them, they like the fact that goes on, but we're not here to judge. We're just here to give that helping hand.
Do you find anyone really happy, like genuinely happy? Have you met anyone out here?
Yeah, if you walk down 5th Street, there's another park on 5th and Julian. If you walk up there, if you walk down 7th Street,
okay,
majority of the people you see will be laughing, will be joking, will be having fun. So even right here, so the next street over, there's a street full of mobile homes.
Yeah.
About 8 of those mobile homes, there's kids that live in there. If you go walk down that street right now, you will see the kids outside playing. They have no care in the world. They have no responsibilities. You can't, we live with the stress of paying rent, paying bills, going to work, taking care of kids. They don't have that. And they like that.
So you were saying down here recently it's changed a bit.
Yeah, it's changed due to the Trump administration.
The raids.
The raids, yeah, they haven't been, because like they're literally, like the Home Depot and all the stuff that's down this way or whatever, you'll see them gearing up, going straight through here, like 20 cars deep to go do a raid or whatever. So it's not like as prevalent as out there down here, but I'm guessing like a lot of people are pretty much scared to be down here or whatever. So
you notice a difference?
Yeah, it's just not a lot of vendors down here. The bus stops are clear. Like there's not as much people on the bus and everything. It's a whole different. Yeah, it's a whole different ballgame out here right now.
Interesting.
Yeah, so a lot of people living in fear, like just to be, you know what I mean?
They're staying low.
Yeah, staying way low. If they have a job or whatever, then they'll probably take the chance to go to work. But as far as that,
okay, so watching the protests on TV, you saw the Waymos burning and whatnot. People were saying those are the illegals. I'm like, no, they're not, because the illegals are hiding. Right?
Yeah, no, the people that are protesting aren't illegal, because most of those, if you're protesting and you're illegal, then you're going to go to jail. So it makes sense not to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And I get both ends of it, but it's like...
Yeah, what's your take on the situation?
I mean, it's supposed to, the country's based on immigrants anyway, so that's my spiel, but if it's the law coming, it's the law, but I mean...
Right,
you know
no,
what I mean?
it's a tough...
It's catch-22.
And it just gets totally polarized.
Right? It's going to get worse as far as the process and stuff, I believe.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's calm right now, right?
Yeah, it's been calm like lately, because I guess the initial push is real strong and hard. So it hasn't been, at least down here, it hasn't been like that, because there's still like a lot of the influx, like the Venezuelans and the Guatemalans and stuff that came over with that little deal where they got the money to come over. They're still here. So
how did you guys feel about them getting the money to come over?
I mean, it doesn't really affect me because I work. So it's like, I don't, you know what I mean? I can understand how some others are like upset about it. Like if they're trying to get benefits and then you have someone else just come and they just get this lump sum of money and give them all this stuff. But it's like, they almost got the wool pulled over their eyes, because like you're here now. It's like you're not a citizen, and now you're in threat of going back to wherever you're from. It's like you got that little chump change or whatever. Now you got to go back. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Did you grow up around here, sir?
I grew up by Crenshaw High School. I went to Crenshaw High, so I grew up in that area.
Crenshaw?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing out here?
I'm just working. We service the restroom.
Oh, okay. How's
that? That in itself is a show.
I bet.
So, yeah, that toilet could talk. That'd be the best interview you've ever given in your life, right there.
So you're cleaning. You're keeping everything together.
Pretty much clean and just
Well, thank you for doing what you did.
Yeah.
Music is copyright. Dang. Why do white people do? Excuse me. Why do people do that when they see people like it? Just as soon as you see somebody messed up, it's like, dang. You just feel so bad for him. Like, dang. Damn.
A lot of drugs going on.
Like, why do you say it like that? It's not funny. It's not funny, but it's like the way he said it just makes it funny in a way. Like, I'm not gonna laugh because that's not funny. But the way he said, yep, a lot of drugs. That's funny to me. Like, y'all gotta stop being so sensitive, but why he said like that? Yeah, he's like, yep, a lot of drugs. Oh my god, man. He is funny for that. I'm not gonna lie, that was funny.
Yeah, a lot of drugs going on. Whew, what a smell. And you see the city workers out here. These guys are...
He said, woo, what a smell. Oh my god, somebody do that, you know it stink. If somebody have to breathe in and say something, bro, you know.
Yeah, a lot of drugs going on. Whew, what a smell. And you see the city workers...
I'm sorry, yo, but it's just the way he, did y'all hear how he said that though? Look, listen.
Whew, what a smell. And you see the city workers out here. These guys are cleaning
You
up.
know it stank if somebody do that.
It's a wild scene. And then, as the guy was saying back there, you got families living out of these RVs, and
that's sad.
this is the world they're growing up in.
That is so
How you doing,
sad.
sir?
Not right now.
Yeah, this street.
Somebody playing that music though.
With their grocery cart.
Somebody playing that song.
And then you got this guy down here near the post. And you're down here long enough, it sort of becomes normal.
That's crazy. They get up like this
It's
every
not.
day. Every day, this is their life. Dang, man. And some of them is okay with it, man. They probably the most happiest people. For real.
This is a problem. I've made, sort of gave up on making these types of videos in the last year or so, but it needs to come out and be shown that this is unacceptable. That's just a huge, huge endeavor, and I think cities across the country just would rather have it like this than try to really go deep on the problem. I mean, when you go deep on the problem, this is a big, big topic. No one really grew up well here. A few maybe, but the average person didn't, you know, have a great childhood. They have serious problems. That's what leads to the drugs usually, and that's what creates this. So, interesting place. Then you got this Regal Hotel being renovated. That's wild.
We have three buildings that we're rehabbing.
You look like he on
OD,
drugs.
that was
All right.
kind of friends with the guy that was in front of him, OD'd. It's just bad. It's sad. A murder on Saturday right down San Julian.
What's this going to be?
This is
Hotel
gonna be
Regal.
an SRO, single room occupancy, one room, and they share restrooms and showers.
Okay, so city housing basically.
City housing, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, so over the last 2 years, worse than 2 years ago, or pretty much the same?
Well, I live on, I live on a loft in downtown on 6th and Main, and so I've been around for a while. And with the fentanyl situation, I absolutely think it's gone worse. For
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
for sure. A lot.
Like this lady, she's like retirement age, you know? As a country, this should be one of the top issues, I think. Right?
Of course. Of course.
So it's not going anywhere.
Listen to me, we're spending billions in these wars that have nothing to do with what they say they're for.
Right.
And look at our community, man.
Exactly.
It's just,
This
it's
is
just
sad.
It really is.
This shouldn't be a thing. or like at least like redesigned it. Like if you really cared, they really cared. They redesigned this. Like
me and my wife volunteer at the Midnight Mission every Thursday. I mean, because we try to have to. That's the only way things are going to change, man. Is giving back and attempting.
So my theory. Tell me where you think I'm wrong here. I'm sorry I'm holding. You can kick me out of here because you got work to do. But I put time into Kensington, PA, which is the worst, probably worse than this. I'd say next level up. This is about second worst.
Yeah.
Okay. It's number 2, silver medal. Yeah. The law doesn't work in the sense that we can't remove people from the streets in these places, from my understanding, right? So they have to voluntarily want to go, and when you're in the drugs, you're not going to want to go.
Correct.
And when you're getting given stuff to live, you're going to survive.
Food, clothing, they give them everything. Healthcare.
So then it's never going to go away.
It's a real.
So we need to toughen up, right, a little as a culture and be like, okay, these people are having problems. We need to take them into rehab, into housing. They can't be on drugs. Yeah. Job training. Some are never going to get anywhere, but some might come through, right?
Yeah, no, it works. These programs work. Like I said, me and my wife volunteer at the Midnight Mission, and so they have a drug rehab program there.
Okay, cool.
An educational program there. And there's people that really want it. You know what I mean? For whatever circumstances in their life, they turn to drugs and alcohol, and they turn their life around and are trying to do something else. So there's not enough of these programs. That's what I'm saying.
The rehab, right?
Yeah. And mental health.
Mental health.
You see people screaming all day. Yeah. It's the saddest thing in the world, though.
Yeah.
These are government buildings, so we get paid prevailing wage because it's for the homeless.
You get paid what?
The prevailing wage. So it means like.
So what I would usually make $30, I'm making 70 something now, an hour.
So this is a job you want to be doing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because it's for government.
Man.
So, but it's
so this is City of LA.
City of LA.
And they're gonna put who in here? Homeless. If they want to go in.
Yes. But they don't, because they want to be in the streets. That's why Skid Row it is how it is.
Yeah,
if they fix Skid Row, there's no money for the government.
wait, so they're getting paid $70 an hour? Correct? Yes? Let me know in the comments. Y'all be knowing y'all stuff. Yeah, some of y'all do be knowing y'all stuff, right? Let me know.
More. So if they're rid of the homeless, there's no money for the government. So that's why they have them out here. They bring bathrooms for them. They bring food. If you actually would have came earlier, they massage their feet right here for the homeless. I'm not lying. They massage their feet.
What massage? Did you get one?
Well, I wish I would have.
He said, I'm not lying. So they out here getting massages. Nah, they living good. You think they not living good? So they living good.
And I work hard. I don't even get one. They get food.
Is that crazy for you that you know that this will probably be really nice? It will all be redone, and then a lot of the people out here won't even want to go in there.
No, because they gotta be drug free, or they gotta follow the rules, or like they gotta come inside before a certain time. So like after 10, they can't come back out, but they don't want that. So they'd rather be out here in the streets. But it's all a revolving door. Everything is money from somehow. Because the government says, okay,
if anything, LA is gonna be the place where the freedom start, for real. The revolution they call, it's gonna happen to LA because they like, I need that. I'm not going in there. They is rebellion. They is rebelling against the system. I ain't gonna lie, man. LA is probably where it's gonna start, for sure.
Give the homeless, but the homeless, they don't get it. The government steals it. So, you feel me?
And this is the government's real estate.
Yes, sir. And it's all it is that one right there, government, that one government. All these that you see a Skid Row is all government buildings.
All right, guys, we're moving on to the next neighborhood, and I just want to take a quick break to talk about the sponsor of today's video.
All right, I'm gonna skip this part, though. Skip this part.
Like no one journal that's just going completely objective. That's why you need Ground News. Ground News is a great website and app where it is what you're in. And see /page plan. Take care. We have City Hall, beautiful building.
LA, I will say LA is nice though. For certain spots, you can tell that LA, certain spots of LA is nice.
Take care, you guys.
Have a good one.
You found it?
I found it. Yeah, I found the restroom. Thank you. Okay, so the mall, no one's at the mall anymore.
It was shops when we first started working here, and then they started closing down, like since.
How many years ago?
We started working here in 2022, and the shops that were along that little row right there, they just started closing, like the Sabaros, the Quiznos.
They do all the whole farmers
Yeah,
market right here.
on Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
Okay, but it's still open down here, just nobody's here.
There's no shops.
All right.
It's like the 1 or 2 shops that you see down there, and that's it.
Thank you. Look at this. This is really interesting. Cool old architecture. Well, brutalist 80s architecture, which I like. Maybe it's 70s. Look at this. There's no one really here. The Los Angeles Mall. So I'm sure back in the day.
This look like where the reptilians would be hiding at, huh? Right? Don't this look like the area where the reptilians would hide at? What do y'all think? I gotta stop doing that. If I say something, y'all comment back, man. Don't just watch the video. This is a reaction, y'all. This is a community. We talking together, man. You know what I'm saying? Put your ideas in the comments, man.
Hey, when malls were a big thing, people would come out, families, kids. Look at this. We've got a payphone. Still working. Look at this place. This is right in the city. Civil and Human Rights and Equity Department. Sears Shoe Repair. LA Dot. Department of Transportation. Okay, so we got some government stuff here. Sparrows left. Quiznos moved. Immigration attorneys. So empty. Okay, so we're coming up on where some of the riots were. Depending on who you talk to, it was not a big deal at all, or it was a huge deal. I find reading from both sides super fascinating. How words are used, how they decide to use photos, how the person looks in the photos. They're always being played to some degree. So here's where they were. I can see there was graffiti all there. We'll go over there. They cleaned it up. There's a lot of open air drug usage here in the park. Such beautiful architecture though. Look at this. Those out there from LA that have lived here for most of their lives, or all of their lives, when do you think were the best years of the city? Like when these places...
What was the best years for y'all? What was the best years out there in LA? Not for you, but like for like, well, for you, yeah. How was it back then? Like 2017, 2018? How differently is it now?
That are structurally beautiful, but energetically pretty heavy with people doing drugs. Like, when was it different here? Love to know. And everything goes in a cycle. I don't like doing the doom and gloom. This won't be like this forever. I feel like this problem will come to a head. There'll be a change in policies and in the culture, and things will cycle around again. That's how things always work. Constantly moving in a cycle. And we want to get back up to a higher point, right? Isn't that the goal? But then when you get up there, you're gonna go right back down again eventually. How you doing, sir? Hi. Were you here for the event? Yeah. Were you selling hot dogs? Yeah. You remember the protest here? How was it? Not bad? Yeah, it's okay, but it's cool. Can I show the papaya? Oh, nice. So was business good during the riot?
Thank you.
All right. Gracias.
Okay. Gracias.
Take care. All right. So I think I understood him right. He said he was operational here, but probably not right when things.
Just wanted his money. And it was y'all heard it. He feel like talking to you, dude. Nah, he definitely he ain't really feel like talking to you, Peter. Dang. He ain't give us no information for real.
Really kicking off here. But you can see all the graffiti underneath. Barely there though. They did a pretty good job of getting rid of it. And so interesting that an event kicks off and then goes back to normal life.
Yeah.
Not much long after. And then it could kick off again. Who knows?
Who knows, right? That's crazy how life works, man. One day you're here, and the next day you're gone. Like you never existed. That's crazy. It's crazy how life works, man. It's so cruel. But beautiful too. So cruel, but beautiful at the same time. How?
Another big riot was over here, as you can see. The graffiti cleanup crew hasn't done the same work back here.
Dang,
wow.
They got the military out here? Dang.
All right, so there's still a bit of a
I never understood why we needed guns. Like, it's just like, they act like we got superpowers. Like, why do you need guns to, you know what I'm saying? They be acting like it's just zombies walking around here. That's why I never understood. Why do they create guns? For what? That's the reason why so many people be dying. Because of guns, man. Guns is like, it's like, what is the point? Like, why do somebody have to die? You don't have to just kill them. I guess because it's just so quick and easy. That's really it. Quick and easy. That's crazy. Whoever created guns is like, I don't know, that it gotta be some type of alien or something. I'll be thinking too deep on things. Let me just put
it here in front of the building, and one sole man out here. Sir, do you have anything to say?
There's only one.
It says, without natives, we have no history. Without immigrants, we have no future. Oh, wow. We see, hey, he's standing 10 toes. Hey, salute to my guy. Salute to my guy. He out there putting in the work.
Of me at the moment, but I'm not protesting the Marines at all. They're just Americans doing their job like anybody else. But I'm protesting Trump's ICE raids. That's why I'm here at that detention center. As my sign says, I feel like immigrants are an important part of our country's future.
Every time I think of LA, I just like think of GTA. For real. And side missions. I be thinking about side missions on GTA. He like one of the type of person you'll walk to and they give you some drugs. YouTube, this is for educational purposes only and entertainment purposes only. There's nothing been misleading or whatever.
Nothing else, simply for the reason that in the United States, as in almost every other wealthy country in the world, people aren't having a whole lot of kids anymore. In fact, without immigration, our population would already be in decline.
No, we're lucky that we can turn on the spout as much as we want, really.
Right. And at this point, we're basically turning it off, is what it seems like.
Okay, so the first raid on the 6th was in the garment district. They had a warrant for the business, right? They were laundering money.
Yeah.
Like that was are you for that, let's say?
In cases where there's evidence of like actual criminal activity,
Yeah,
like
okay.
they're actually committing fraud or theft or violence, I mean, then, you know, I believe that actual crime, absolutely, that we have a responsibility to prevent that.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna run something past you. Tell me what you think. This is like a very generalistic statement. I feel most Americans, 95%, someone rapes a child, causes a crime, like kills someone, they're all for them getting deported, right? Someone's been here 10 years.
I seen people on TikTok making like fun of it and stuff. Y'all, I know y'all seen that. Like, it was kind of like making fun of it. Like, it's okay to like. I'm not gonna say it's okay to joke around, you know, because life is so. Sometimes you can't be taking life so serious. You kind of just gotta like. You can't just take life so serious all the time. You gotta have a little fun, you know, because life be. Y'all know how life is. Y'all know how life can get. It can really get crazy and sad and a lot of it. But it was kind of funny. But to see this now, it's like, dang, they really going through it, man.
They've worked hard. They've paid into the system. Well, not so many are into that. Those people getting deported, and then the dreamers. Nobody, maybe 5% are all for like someone that came as a kid. Yeah. You know, 50 years ago should get deported. So the problem is the conversation, it's like a sliding scale.
Yeah.
Right? And one side goes extreme and the other side goes extreme. But I really feel like 80% of Americans are sort of on a similar page with this. Most people on the right, some definitely don't want any immigrants, but I would say most are totally like legal immigration. They're totally for legal immigration.
Oh, absolutely. I get that. The problem in my mind is that they've made it very, very difficult to come here legally. Like when my ancestors came in the late 19th, early 20th century,
it was totally different.
It was extremely easy.
Yeah. Well, that's the conversation, because if we make it easy like that, half of India is here tomorrow. And then rent prices are through the roof, right?
Potentially, yes. I mean, that's a possibility. But I mean, I feel like that there has to be some kind of middle ground between as few as we're letting in now and letting in literally everybody.
Yeah.
That's how I would feel about that, yeah.
So I've been at the border over the last 4 years. That was wild. I mean, the cartels controlled it completely.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
It was a nightmare. And now nothing's getting through there. So it's... Everyone's on it like our media, too, doesn't shake out any of this stuff in a fair way. Right? It's either one direction or the other.
Yeah.
But honestly, most Americans are good people, and they're willing to have a conversation.
I think so.
It's just we're in this social media landscape where it's just rage bait, get angry.
Absolutely,
You know?
yeah.
All right, well, thanks for the conversation.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm just making a video on LA.
No, I appreciate that.
Nice part of downtown. I've always wanted to go in this library, so we're gonna take a quick peek, check it out before we get out to the coastal areas. How you doing, sir? Stunning building. There are so many floors and rooms. This place is absolutely massive. And LA has so many treasures, architectural treasures. So the Getty name is such a big name here in Los Angeles. J. Paul Getty, big oil baron. And then where does the money go? It goes down to the kin. And well, it can go into beautiful buildings like this, or it can go into politicians pushing influence. You know, I actually got, oh, look at that. I actually had a billionaire reach out to me once to get involved in San Francisco politics. And that's how it works, right? They sort of stay behind the scenes and fund people with the ideology they want to move forward. And that's how they pull the levers of power. Gordon Getty funded Gavin Newsom in his business endeavors and political endeavors, a lot of oil money, which is interesting, right? Getty money is deeply entrenched in the politics of California, that's for sure. All right, so we're heading towards the Palisades. For those that don't know, mega fire came through here, and I don't know what we can get through. I'm sure some of it's closed off, but I just want to show you guys what it looks like. I haven't seen it yet for myself. Get a little look, and then get out to the beach. Look at that flag. So it looks like that was burnt down. I'm actually doing a whole video on this topic tomorrow, so it'll be on the next week's video. And there you go. New roof or burnt roof. Reconstruction. And the Palisades in Greater LA is one of the nicest neighborhoods. The ocean's not far. Beautiful homes, beautiful landscaping. And yeah, it's ocean basically to the left and then mountains up to the right. So this guy did okay. And then his neighbor didn't. And their neighbors definitely didn't. All right, looks like all the debris's been removed, at least up here. But nothing being built yet. Oh wow, look at this.
I really appreciate him doing this, man. A lot of people are not doing this type of stuff.
The one thing that's made for fire, the chimney, always stands.
That's tough.
Palisades Recreation Center, rebuilding our community. Palisades strong. And whoa, look at that.
Wow.
Just roasted right through that steel.
That's up.
The Math Learning Center is still open. But look how empty it is. No people.
I don't know. I still kind of believe in that theory that they're trying to make it LA into like a smart city. Like these smart cities coming into life. I think that is definitely a thing in the works.
Cars. Sunset Boulevard. Totally empty. Probably the one time in its history that it will be like this. I'm sure a year from now it'll get busier, and then after more so. But this is it, guys. Nobody around. Look at how fast nature comes back. And just rip through here. January 7th, right in the middle of winter. Still smell the charcoal. Look at this. A lot of these stucco buildings seem to do okay. And you can see here, the trees burnt.
Damn.
But it didn't get the building so much. Bricks, stucco, any metal is all good. And then some stuff, that looks like a tinderbox over there with all the wood decking material and whatnot, but it's totally fine.
It's crazy. This really happened, man. That was crazy.
You're doing this work out here?
We're doing the work here. We're doing the site training for this client. Pretty much wrapping up, you know, the major cleanup, removing the last of the concrete and, you know, whatever roots and turf was in this side.
So how's it been overall? Has it been crazy?
It's been hard with just trucking alone. You know, the amount of trucks that we have to get, and then it's certain areas that we can only dump.
So no one's rebuilding yet, right? It's just clearing the lots?
No, there's
a little bit?
Yeah,
Okay.
There's clients that have gotten their final permit, their finals done.
Okay.
So they have the demolition and the cleanups done, approved by the city, that's done. Now they can do their build.
All day long, huh? You working long hours?
5 to 9, brother.
5 to 9.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it's 6 to 7, but still long hours, you know.
Yeah.
Is there a shortage of workers for all this work, or are there plenty? You guys need guys out here.
A million guys, yeah.
You could use 1 million.
Well, I did need 1 million. Now it's getting slower, you know. But
you know, a lot of the contracts, a lot of the clients and the lots have been getting done, so now it's really kind of a fight to get clients, you know, since there's so much competition going on out
Oh, really?
Yeah, so now it's really getting like, okay, who can give me the better bid, and who can get it done faster.
Okay, so the client actually has options right now if they want to rebuild.
Yes.
Are guys from all over the country coming in here, or is it just SoCal?
all over.
So they're coming in
from like Utah and
Tennessee,
Oregon. We work for some lady that lived in Oregon. She's like, I came down here for the fires.
And then her brother has his company.
Yeah.
Coming here from Texas, so they're coming from.
So they're all coming in for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Because if someone gets a good insurance payout, they got the money.
One job change your life, you know.
One job will change your life. Really?
Yeah, $300,000 job. You finish it in 1 week. I mean.
1 week.
We've done houses in 3 days.
Yeah, I've done
What do you mean?
I've done a $100,000 job in like a couple days.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
But then you get another job where
Dang.
somebody wants to do the whole lot for 30.
That make me want to be a construction worker. What? I like working with my hands and stuff like that. And the computer stuff. I love stuff like that. That's cool. I didn't know there was what? Ooh, let me find out, man.
BK.
So you guys are just cleaning lots.
Just clearing lots, yeah.
What?
All OX, all grade, and put pipe in the ground if they want that too. But right now they're just only letting us do this. Clear lots.
So Army Corps of Engineers isn't doing this. I thought they'd be.
No,
doing
they're still doing this.
They're doing this too.
Yeah.
But the client will hire you because you're quicker or something, or what?
No, they'll hire us because we're just a private contractor. So Army Corps of Engineers hit you with, oh, it's free, it's free, it's free. But everyone's thinking that they're gonna get a bill down the road, you know?
That's what people think.
I mean, nothing's usually free from the government, you know? You're gonna pay it back one way or another.
Do you guys live around here?
No, I live Riverside.
I live in Montclair.
Riverside's what, an hour and a half commute?
Traffic 4 hours. But we got a house. We stay in an Airbnb out here, so.
You rented a place just to be out here?
Yeah.
So the trades, I mean, if you're in the right trade right now, it's good out here.
If you do a fire, like cut fire line on a fire in the dozers and the excavators that are all fully with the fire department, they pay cash, like $750 a day cash. Fire department, yeah.
Just to cut fire line.
Just to go and cut so the fire's not spreading to the next one.
I mean, this is some of the priciest real estate in the world.
Yeah, there's been $20 million homes that I've done right here. Demoed.
There's people that they assume that because you're in the Palisades they have money, but I've heard of people here in the lots here that have had issues or threatened to put lien on their houses because they don't have the money to clean the lot.
Right.
They got inherited that home. Just because they have a house out here doesn't mean they have the income.
Some people are super wealthy, some aren't.
Some people were just inherited the property.
Yeah. So how does it work? Like a house like that just didn't even get touched, huh?
Yeah, I
just
don't know.
Luck of the draw.
Yeah. It's like the fire pig and chose what it wanted, you know?
And look at this viewpoint. This is one of the most stunning viewpoints in the city, I would say. And you have the beach right there.
Y'all see this? What in the new cycle Age of Aquarius is going on here in Mexico? This ain't snow, y'all. This is foam. Toxic foam. What you're looking at here is toxic foam floating around in the streets of Mexico. So So after it's been raining some heavy rains in Mexico, both a dam and a river overflowed and it hit this water treatment center, and boom, now you have toxic waste, toxic foam all over the streets of Mexico. And yes, people are getting extremely sick from this. Eye irritation, coughing, they're getting inflammation all in their body, skin irritation, hives, and a lot of people have been hospitalized. So this specific town got foam, and in the other part of town you got nothing but straight up dirty, murky, violent water that's pushing cars into Neverland, never to be seen again. This is crazy. And check this out, the water was so strong it ripped through the local cemetery and literally unearthed the dead, y'all. Look at this. Oh my goodness, look at these cars, y'all. It looked like giants just threw them up. It looks like giants was playing with these. How symbolic is this, y'all? The dead is literally rising during this global cleanse. Didn't Jesus say that? The dead shall rise first? Y'all, look at this. Look at the kind of water that Mexico has to deal with, y'all. Look, this is crazy. No wonder why people are getting sick. Water is literally cracking the whole world, y'all. This is literally what the age of Aquarius is about, man. The water bearer. Y'all, there is an energetic purge going on, you guys, man. And this is crazy. That sky looks eerie as hell, man. The shift is here. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
All right, y'all. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll be seeing you guys in the next upload. You got a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
I might lean, I might fall, I might save, I might spend, I might ball. Shit, I might call, I might not, I might ghost till tomorrow. First to admit I feel good but I'm flawed. Work on yourself, keep your family involved. Check on your health, never stress about the loss. If you move with respect, you'll attract what you want, that's a fact.